something?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Definitely not
it's
me.
We done?
Oh,
There
now
we
it's
go.
gone. Now it's
All
gone.
right. Okay.
Nice. Who was that?
It was me. You guys were hearing it on the phone.
Well,
Sorry.
it's not a this is not a toy scene stream without technical difficulties at the start, is it? So.
yeah.
And in the middle and the end.
The 45-minute buffer that we need just to get
last week,
work.
my whole stream died about 30 minutes in and had to reboot. So there's like 2 VODs.
Let's not jinx it, man.
We'll be fine.
Well, we are officially at the start now, yeah?
Yeah, we've started.
Yeah,
we're live.
Oh,
hello,
of us today.
hello world.
And are you hosting?
Yeah, well, you can. Do you wanna introduce everyone?
I don't mind. It's up to you guys. Hi everyone, welcome back once more to the regular toy hang that we have for This Is Not a Toy Scene. It is a good time to be here every Monday from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, or near enough to if the technology and gods of the machine spirit decide to agree with us, which is not always the case, but by the gods it is today. We're approximately 13 minutes behind schedule, the luckiest number in the world, bringing all 6 of our participants, 7, 6, 7, I don't know, I can't tell the screens. It's a stream dream that we're having right here. We are making toys, we're playing with toys, we're finishing toys, we're casting toys, we're molding toys, and we are working all towards an exhibition later in the year. If you want to check out more about what we're doing, you can jump on the This Is Not a Toy Scene Facebook page. You can join the This Is Not a Toy Scene Discord that will be popping up in the channel. You can hassle some of us directly through our various links. And in order to get those various links, we're going to go around and introduce the people in order of who I can see on my screen in front of me right now. I will talk about myself last, but first person I'm going to talk to you about right now is Andrew. Yes, no, maybe.
Hello, that's me. Yes, no, maybe toys. Yes, no, maybe beats. Yes, no, maybe everything. How is everyone? I'm going to be making some silicon toys today. Some silicon toys, some resin toys. It's been a while since I've done any resin casting. I've actually, separate from our show that we're all doing together, I've got a something happening in October for Halloween, and it's for some spooky toy time. So I'm going to be doing some of my ghost dogs for that. Not a great picture, but you know. So I'll be picking some colors tonight, I guess, to do that with. I've got to make a whole bunch of just plain white ones as well. But yeah, nothing too exciting, but going to be doing some resin casting. So got everything set up, got my pigments, got a whole bunch of glitter. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Awesome. And then next in line from who I can see, we have Fletch. Who are you and why are you here and what are you working on?
Hey guys, I'm Factor. I'm with Irakanji Toys. I have a YouTube channel, which I put sporadic videos up on, and then at the end of every video is me basically drinking. I just put a new video up the other night, actually. I did the chameleon color shift paints, like a 15-20 minute tutorial on how to use like the color shift paints. They're fucking cool. Ah!
You alright? These are the airbrush ones, right?
I forgot the 15-minute rule.
You just demonetized us, Fletch. That's it.
You will make no money out of this. Shit.
Yeah, so go and check that out on my YouTube channel. Tonight, like I've almost finished this thing, but I've realized that I screwed something up, so I'm going to try to fix that. But I've almost finished the Ayam Kampung.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
He's looking a bit more chickenish now, so I'm gonna finish him off tonight. I think. Not too much more to do, really. I don't want to do.
Are those feathers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I gave him a little, you know, a thing to make him more chicken-like. But I don't actually want to clean him up too much because he's like a kampung chicken, man. Like he's supposed to be rough. So I don't want to. I'll do a bit of sanding and that, but I'm not going to clean up like all the bits and pieces. I'm going to keep them pretty rough. So, yeah.
How's he
That's
balancing?
unusual for you.
Yeah, your balance is fine, man. Yeah.
Yeah, usually
I'm gonna have to be doing this tonight because, yeah. But yeah, he balances fine.
Nice.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You have such tiny feet. That's pretty cool.
And next in line, we have Chipta Custworth Croft. What are you working on tonight? And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Chipta from GGNW Toys, also known as Good Guys Never Win. I work closely with Liam from Z&G Toys at GGNW Toys. And tonight, I'm working on a project that we're collabing on together, which are bootleg G.I. Joe Cobra troops. So as you know, Cobra troops come in like a multitude of articulations. So instead of casting the bodies, which would be virtually impossible in resin, what I'm using are bootleg G.I. Joes, or also known as Lanard figures, or also known as core figures. So I've got like a whole ton of them. I've got like a whole ton of these crappy figurines. And
They're not crappy, they're amazing.
I mean, they're so amazing.
Good.
Like, check this dude out. That's just awesome. But I'm replacing all their heads, all these derpy-looking heads, with some badass resin cast Cobra infantry heads, and they look really, really cool when you do that, and especially when you paint them up. That's basically what I'll be working on. Liam from Z&G Toys has been designing the backing cards for these for the last 6 weeks, and they're looking so swish. So yeah, when we do the show, when the next This Is Our Toy Scene show comes up, these will be one of the things that we'll be featuring from GGNW Toys. That's what I'm doing today.
Awesome. And next in our lineup we're going to go to the unusual suspects next from and we're going to be introducing and welcoming to our Monday Night Toy Shenanigans, Sam Gill. Please tell us, who are you? Why are you here, and what are you working on?
Who are you?
I am Sam. I'm Tiddy Bean Toys. Probably find me on Instagram's the best place.
How's that
There's
spelled?
also Tiddy. So at Tiddy, TIDDYBEANTOYS. Far out, through a mouthful. Tiddy Bean Toys. And then there's also a Patreon, but Instagram is probably the best spot to kind of see my stuff. Tonight I will be throwing some paint, some black wash on these Tism Stalker figures that I've got. So they're nice and blank and clean. They're articulated. Take the heads out and such. So I'm just going to be throwing some ink and stuff on that. Probably going to get pretty messy, ink and shit everywhere. I've also got a couple of other little things to kind of slap some paint on and do some details. So, yeah, that's me.
Nice. Nice. And then finally, before we coup de grace this shit, is AJ Dinsdale from KO.
KO Toys, because I am making toys today. My video stream is working. Can I just confirm?
Yes, it is working, mate.
It is. This is my first time trying to level up my streaming game, and I'm going through OBS so that I can double screen some stuff, possibly later on. Show you what I'm working on in Blender and maybe Illustrator as well, if we can get all that to work. That would be Tiddy Beans. Apart from that, what am I doing? So I've pretty much done these guys, these little guys, the Beelzebuds. You guys have seen these being made on stream, pretty much the entire process on stream. So these are pretty much done. I'm not going to do much more paint on these. So I'm just going to sign these off before I do some clear coat on them. And I'm going to work on the header cards for those as well, which I'll do in Illustrator, so you might be able to see that. And I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on this little guy as well. I went today and did some click and collect with some very, very fine sandpaper. So I'm at that point now where we're really starting to like just feather sand this stuff right down. into the smoothest we possibly can. So little odds and ends, bits and pieces. That's what I'm doing today.
Cool. Before we continue, I would like to know if you are actually online, not Fletch, but Andrew. Yes, no, maybe. Are you live at the moment? Because I can't see you.
Oh, he's dropped out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dropped off.
Oh, that's it.
That's it. We're not on Twitch, guys. We're just on YouTube.
He was having some video issues.
He's no longer live at the moment.
That's no good.
So we are not on Twitch. We may need to do some introductions again. I'll just send in a message saying what's up. But we are recording this. This is actually happening. And I am Herbert Peppard. I am Cephalopee. And I make toys, have been making toys with Chipta and myself and other people for many years, and I'm just screwing around. I like sculpting things. Today I'm kind of going between things that I need to do, so I've been working on these dice charms, which are finally coming out of the mold. I was working on these on the first stream 3 weeks ago, and now we're seeing the products of the Lollipop Tiefling Joy. I'm just making a mold for 10 of them at once. So I've got 9 masters, 10 masters right here. I've been doing some in pink and some in green. And
how many have you casted so far?
10. 12 technically. I have like a couple of hilarious little warty girls, because these ones came out of these ones I made the mold just in Pinky Seal to do a quick test for this one, and then I threw it in the pressure pot thinking, I wonder what this is going to look like, and then it sucked all of the material into all of the bubbles and popped all of the bubbles in the silicon.
The silicon mold. I told you that would happen last week.
She's warty. She's a warty girl. And also I have this warty guy. So this is the dragon-skinned mangler from my Rascal Heroes series, and I did the same thing with him just to see if that like silicon was gonna stand up to it. And he's also a warty dude, but unlike the previous molds in the pressure pot, I'm getting no bubbles in the resin. They're just positive protrusions that stick out from the figure. And that actually makes it easier to get like a smooth finish, because I don't have to do any puttying or filling. I just need to carve stuff back. And when I'm carving stuff back, I can tend to get a better result. So this is the baby-faced mangler, or baby-faced hoodlum from the same series, the Rascal Heroes series. And I cast this one out, and I'm currently mastering this one using the toothbrush technique that Fletcher gave us last week, and I acquired.
Yeah, how's it going?
An Oral-B toothbrush with sanding pad. It's actually really, really good. Like I find I used it to master. So I did this one. This was the original master that I did for the Lollipop Tiefling, and I used it to sand up that one, and it was really good. It's awesome. It's really great. I think it's very cool. And also, I'm using it to master the first of these dryads out of the mold. So this is made during the actual first week. They did the sculpt 3 weeks ago. We did the sculpt for this one live on our show. I did a couple of other streams one other stream to finish it up. And now I have 10 of these girls that you can see in the background. And these ones are going to be available in the show. But I am going to, but I'm also going to master one of them, and I'm going to print out some more. So these will be the cheapies that you'll be able to buy at the show, because they haven't been mastered. They're still beautiful. If you don't look at them like super close and are like, what's wrong with her? Then, you'll be fine. But that's it. Good times. Playing around with pressure pots, sanding with a toothbrush. And
what was that?
Cool.
Andrew's back.
Want a toothbrush fight?
I'm back, baby.
I got some keyring attachments for my owlbears. So now I can put some.
Oh,
So
sweet.
not only can my dice charms go in your dice bag
That's
and
cool.
sit on your table, but they can also attach to your key rings if you want.
They can also be
So cool, man.
It's awesome.
earrings, key rings.
Earrings, yeah, I got some earring hooks
Necklaces.
as well, but they haven't arrived yet. Otherwise, I'd be wearing one right now.
Megan Sweet Smile says, "Oh hi all.
Oh, hi, Mega
Hi.
Sweet Smiles.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Yo.
I
What's
did
up?
have my whole stream crash, and then I was like, because the Wi-Fi on my computer decided to drop out, and then I was frantically trying to find a Ethernet cable, and I can't find one, so I'm just still.
Are we
on
live
Wi-Fi,
again?
so we're live at the moment.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna.
And Anthony. Hey Zay, how you going? Says he's loving it and been enjoying the series.
Hello, Anthony.
I love your streams, Zay.
Sure.
Oh,
Live.
plug Anthony's streams. What are we talking about?
Oh, Anthony does. He works for a thing called Delight, and they stream awesome fucking gigs when we can actually go out
cool,
and
cool.
do
Have
gigs.
gigs.
Yeah,
Oh wait, so they're not doing it over lockdown?
I believe they are. I don't know.
Awesome.
Zay, are you guys doing Delight streams during lockdown?
Here's a question: what colors should I do? Actually, no. I was told to do orange because
so
that's
if-
pumpkin-y.
Pink.
I will do pink, but I think I will do some orange because that's Halloweeny and pumpkin-y. So
Oh yeah, definitely orange.
All right, I guess I should
Marble.
go.
So if we are back live, guys, and live on Twitch, just to summarize for the people on Twitch to miss, we have Tipta from Good Guys Never Win. We have KO Toys back again, doing the same old goodness. And we have Irakanji Toys representative here making crazy chicken robots. And we have Andrew, who is, you've seen this stream before. If you followed Yes, No, Maybe, then we're here, living the dream. And we have myself, as always, and a special guest on tonight's program, Sam Gill, all the way from the sunny side of hell, making, tell us what you're making, Sam. Tell these guys what you're making on Twitch.
I am about to slap some red crimson paint, acrylic ink actually, on these articulated Tism Stalkers. So no jetpacks, but just going to give them that real kind of dirty crimson, kind of textured sort of look. So hopefully be able to see a little bit. I'm not that super tech savvy with cameras and stuff, so hopefully you can get a bit of something on screen.
Nice.
Those guys, the arms and legs pop out too, yeah?
Yeah. So you can take them off. So if you want, you can switch up all the parts.
Switch them up. Wow.
So all the Tiddy beam pieces, all the magnets are coordinated the same way. So if you've bought a Tiddy beam piece in the past 12 months, you should be able to swap all the parts around and with any figure that I've made.
That's so cool.
They don't always look that good because it's like they're like off by a millimeter or two. But it can be
That's
pretty
cool.
cool combinations, and even like swapping the heads around, that's a real good one as long as they fit where they're supposed to.
Cool.
That's cool, man.
Thanks.
Yeah,
man.
can't wait to get my hands on some of your stuff.
Thanks, guys.
yeah, it's very clean. It's always very nice and clean.
Yeah, I get a bit
you're-
carried away in, like with quality control sometimes. So
Yeah, your technique is just flawless.
thanks, man. It's
Do you have any of your finished pieces that you can show us on stream?
I've got a whole bunch of. Actually, I've got a shitload behind me. I've actually got some. These are all being the show, but they won't be. They'll be carded. I just haven't put the bubbles on the cards. Actually.
Where are you buying your bubbles from?
Empire Blisters.
Empire.
Empire Blisters.
Has anybody got the clamshells from Empire?
Can
Nah,
you
they've
link
always
us
been
to that in the
sold out.
Discord, please? Can you put a link to the Empire Blisters in the clan?
Do they have
Empire
all
blisters?
kind of sizes? Do they have all sizes? Because I'm
They're
looking
pretty
for
limited. No, Chipter.
No?
They're pretty limited, man. But they do have blisters for figures, which means that you can actually like pop them open and close them.
Oh, like
full card ones or just the figure ones?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I get my blisters done in Indonesia, and it takes, you got, there's a minimum run of about 10,000 every time I want to do it. So, but they cost like 5 cents each. But you got to do so many to get that. Can you see that again? Sorry, Sam, can you bring that up? Again?
I don't know if it's
so cool.
It's very cool, man.
That's very cool. So dope.
Take that out.
So, Sam, how long have you been doing this for?
I've been like actively like molding and sort of like making bootlegs and custom toys just over 12 months.
Okay.
But I dipped my toe into like resin casting and silicon molds, that sort of thing, in about 2005, 2006 while I was doing visual art diploma.
Nice.
So I kind of knew the materials a bit, but then never did anything with sort of art after I finished the diploma. And then during lockdown, started documenting all my like collectibles and toys and collection that it was growing. And then sort of I'd always sort of like followed Killer Bootlegs and a few kind of upper kind of artists. But then, yeah, something happened. I think it was in lockdown in like June last year. I was just like, there was 2 weeks. I went to Lobo's in Northcote and grabbed a bunch of vintage figures and just like boil and popped them and was like, oh, this is cool. And it was like within 2 days, I was like, hey, I know how to like make silicon molds. And I was like, holy shit, I know this stuff. And then just did it. And it was, kind of from there. And it's been like every day since.
Nice.
Super cool.
So like quite recently then by the...
Yeah. Like,
that's actually crazy, man. I reckon it took me 12 months just to figure out how to properly mold and cast a thing.
Yeah.
It's it's been pretty cool. Like I've had a fair bit of help from like artists, like a lot of artists in the community, sort of like ching shit and just doing like research. But it's been pretty cool. It's in a really good place. I don't know. I get weird. People give me compliments, so I don't really know what else to say.
Get over it.
We'll stop.
Your shit's cool, man.
Compliments then. You suck.
That's better.
It's what we're used to. I think it was a long time ago. I had a martial arts teacher who was just like, people give you a compliment, you might get awkward about it, whatever, but they mean it, and what you should do? You should just say thank you. That's all. Just say thank you. You don't say anything else. Just say thank you. They're going out of their way to say something to you, right?
Yes, Sam. So thank us, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying something.
Saying something to you.
Like hey, so Sam, tell us just a little bit about your background with toys in general. Obviously, you're a Star Wars fan. You like the 3.75 bootleg style stuff. So what's your story?
Yeah, so I guess always been like a massive toy fan just from a kid. Lots of Star Wars. Like my brother, I've got a 40-year-old brother, and he had a lot of vintage kind of Star Wars toys. So would play with them a bit, but as a kid, it was more kind of like G.I. Joe and what else was there? Like Earthworm Jim and those kind of like bit bigger kind of scale, but real wacky sort of characters I love. And then was that kind of like awkward teenager, buying toys like in the toy aisle when you're like 18, pretending like, what are you doing here? Like, get out. So but then like just started collecting. Once I got a full-time job, I could actually afford to buy good like collectibles and toys, and then move out of home and actually have a room to set all this stuff up in. And then I don't know, like maybe a couple of years ago, the reaction figures just somehow clicked for me. Like for a while, I would sort of see them and was just like, I don't get it. Like, and then it was like seriously overnight for some reason, it's just like the penny dropped, and then all of a sudden I was like, these are unreal. But have always like wanted to like make figures, and I think when I was resin casting when I was doing taste, I just couldn't work out what I wanted it to look like or like anything like that. But as soon as I started chopping these guys up and hit bashing, that sort of thing, it just has evolved on its own. But yeah, massive into Star Wars 3.75 figures. I've got a couple of like sideshow collectibles. I worked in the video game shop for a couple of years and was able to get a whole bunch of like hot toys and unfortunately
What kind of like hot toys? Like what? And sideshow.
Yeah. So I've got a Boba Fett Empire Strikes Back
I got the Boba Fett Empire Strikes Back as well.
with the light up base.
Yeah. And I've got the only other one I've got is the K2SO.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's nerd love, you guys.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
I've got Jack Nicholson Joker and Hot Toys. I got Heath Ledger Joker with the table and stuff. I think that was like the V2 or
Sensing a
something.
theme.
Oh, that's a nice one. That is a really nice sculpt.
That is nice.
I've got Bane Hot Toys. I've got Cobra Commander Sideshow from like maybe 10 years ago.
Nice.
Predator Hot Toys. I think that was just like, default Predator, but I think it came out with Predator's movie, so I'm not sure. But it's kind of like the old school good Predator. I think they're the main ones. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's good. Welcome, man. It's really, really cool to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks. I really appreciate the invite, and sorry I missed the last ones. I'm pretty sure one of them I just completely forgot and was like, But no, this is awesome.
Live show.
Sorry, man.
Do you mean like the actual show, like when we were out of lockdown, or do you mean the streams?
Oh, he was going to come last week to the stream.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like if people can't make it, they can't make it. That's fine. It is what it is.
Yeah, so you have
Besides
to answer
having
this
a voice.
question. You have to answer this next question completely honestly. Were you kind of aware of what we were doing? Have you seen any of us on social media or anything like that?
Oh yeah, good question.
So up until probably you messaged me, AJ, I think I only was probably familiar with Good Guys Never Win. And that was kind of it. Like it's bizarre to be kind of like in this scene for this long, but to be pretty much everyone that I'd sort of like met and chatted to was pretty much all US based.
Yeah, that's not weird at all. It's not weird at all.
Yeah,
that's
no, it's
everyone's
not
design.
because no, we talk about this a lot, man. Like a lot of us were working for bloody years before we even met other people who were doing toys in Melbourne. You know.
Yeah. So it's rad.
It's not unusual.
Some local kind of people as well, because like it's kind of cool like hanging with the people overseas, but the time differences and shit, like my body clock's completely off now because I'm just used to just chilling sort of around now, then I'll kind of like fire up again as it gets later into the night. So it's actually nice to have people on the same time zone.
Yeah, it is.
So one of the things that you Sam, you might find this exciting as well, is that we've got this injection mold machine that's just come in last week, and one of the things that Liam and I have been working on is getting the molds together. So this is going to be this is basically it's a two-part mold. It's a blank mold, but I've just been putting in parts of figurines. So that's a split body, and those are the legs. And then I'm gonna pour in like a heat-resistant resin, and then I'm gonna flip it, get rid of the wax on the other side, and then do that. And then hopefully that'll work when I put it through the injection mold machine.
So that's wax at the moment.
Yeah. This stuff on the other side here. It's like a wax stuff that I've been using to create the negative side of the mold.
Yeah, cool.
This is going to be kind of like the next big thing that I'm trying out, which is casting in recycled HDPE plastic, which is basically recycled milk bottles and bottle caps. But yeah, man, that's going to be super fun.
That's so cool.
Something that I hope everybody will be interested in getting involved in some way in terms of like their own figures, like trying to get everybody to create their own molds that will fit in our machine, and then everybody can have a go at creating an articulated figure based on their creations, because everybody's got a different style. The only limitation is the size of the molds that we've got. But once that's cast, once that resin is cast, that'll actually pop out. Like you'll be able to just pop it out and then change it with anybody else's. So these things are kind of a universal thing.
Cool. It's like a
And there's a
frame that you
back.
can just like slot in.
Exactly. There's a back that goes on there, so it's identical to that when it's got the back on it. And
What
that's
kind of-
just
What sort of resin goes in? Like is it's obviously a special like heat heat sort of
Yeah.
proof resin. But what's the
The
actual
stuff that
like?
The stuff I'm using right now is it's called T37. It's like a terracotta colored resin that it's malleable. Like it's got quite a lot of give, but it's also like a very hard rubber, like a rubber stopper. You know, that kind of like tough rubber that you can't really twist, but you feel like it's got some give to it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's the stuff I'll be using, and it's a red color as well. So
I thought that was a type of silicon. Megan Sweet Smiles says that they're collecting some HDPE, and it would be fun to see some cool things to do with it. So
yeah.
yeah.
What kind of HDPE are they collecting? Is it bottles, like as shampoo bottles or milk bottles?
Sure. Megan, what kind of Megan or Megan? Mega? Mega Sweet Smiles. I read that as Megan. I'm dyslexic. I'm sorry. That's a good question. But I've seen people make like lots of different things, like not so much like toys and stuff. Water bottle lids, blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was speaking to somebody recently, and they've been putting it into panini makers. You know those sandwich makers? Yeah. You can basically put that HDPE plastic, those milk bottle packaging, once you cut them up, and just put them into a panini maker, close it up, and it'll just liquidate. Because the melting point of HDPE is like 130 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, it's pretty low.
That's nothing.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Super low. So you just pour that into a mold.
Yeah, you could just make bricks. You could just make plastic bricks out of it, basically, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Hey,
totally.
see, you haven't had a chance to actually have a proper go of the machine yet?
We haven't done a pull because the machine is 120 volts.
No. Okay.
And your Australia's 240, right? So I've got to buy. Yeah, I've got to buy. A step down adapter converter.
okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah. But ASAP, man. As soon as I get that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
cool.
totally
Next
turn the thing
question. Can you do? Because I'm thinking, what I'd love to do with it, because I love Keshi figures, right? And the problem with making those out of resin or whatever is that it's just not cost effective. But it will definitely be cost effective with your machine, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
But could you make them rubbery? Is there a type of plastic you could use to make them kind of Keshi rubber?
Yeah. Liam was doing a lot of the research because Liam's kind of more in charge of like research and development. So he was telling me there's I think it's called LSP. It's a type of plastic called LSP. Or LPE, I can't remember, but it's definitely a more malleable one. It's also a little bit slightly translucent, so that might be good for you. And you can buy that. You can buy recycled beads from precious plastic.
That's what I wanted to know. That is so good.
I think it's about $27 a kilo, which is not bad, right?
Guys, I'm just going to put this idea out there. This is not a toy scene Keshi collaboration where we each get a minifigure.
So I hate to ask the silly questions and probably the obvious questions, but what is a Keshi figure?
Oh, you actually know the answer to that, don't you? There we go. Oh, look, he's gone right there. There you go.
Hang on.
There he is.
Sam.
Oh, you mean like Muscle Men?
Yeah, Muscle.
Yeah.
I love Muscle Man. I got some of the bigger ones. When I was in Japan last, I got a whole bunch of like the 6-inch guys. They made like the whole set, but in 6-inch as well, from Kinniku Man.
So I don't have too many toys from when I was a kid, but what I did manage to keep my whole life is my Monster in My Pocket collection.
I lost so many.
Yeah.
I love these guys. I love these guys. And you know what? My kids play with these guys still. Like, there's just something about them.
Like indestructible.
So much fun.
Yeah, well, looks like you've got a pretty good collection of soft rubber there that you could just like cut into little pieces and run through the machine.
No! I mean, technically that would be recycling.
I think
All right, fuck. It's stress time.
I'm
Only
not
your
going to use my
doubles.
toothbrush.
The great thing about these is these are, like, under most people's definitions, these are like statues. These aren't toys, but they have so much
Figurines.
playability. Yeah, the figurines.
so
Well,
cool.
it's the flexibleness of them, right?
The
I reckon that-
flexicity.
Maybe. I
flexicity.
mean, that makes them feel a bit more like a toy, I suppose. But
Yeah,
I
I
don't know,
mean,
there's something about them.
God, I'm
think
really
there's
just
a
making
I
figurines here.
I think
That's all we're doing. Just making
I think there is
figurines.
I think there is definitely a misconception that unarticulated toys are not toys, because don't forget,
Yeah, I agree with you.
Throughout history, if you look at the toy soldier, like that's kind of one of the original like toys, right? And that is definitely an inarticulated statuette, basically, right? I mean, I'm sure Herbie can back me up here in terms of like wargaming and all that stuff, and like throughout history.
Yeah, I like my war dollies.
Yeah. War dolls are definitely.
I think
war
that
dollies.
anyone who sort of doesn't admit that when they're playing war games or role-playing games, they're not playing with toys has got some seriously hard questions that they need to ask themselves about their life.
Don't
and
be
their
embarrassed about playing with toys, man.
It's fine. Toys
know?
and games, I guess that's the only thing is they might say, oh, it's not a toy, it's a game. And you're like, you're playing a game with toys. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question because like I like throwing out random questions, and it's more of like a thing. Name your top 3 favorite toy lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I love
Alright.
this question.
Yep. Should it be top 3 or top 5? I mean, if we do top 5, it could take a while, but top 3.
Top 3, man. Top 3 is
Let's
enough.
start with top
Yeah,
three.
top three,
Let's
top
do
We're
it.
going to go around
People
in
are
a circle.
desperate to
Do you want to hit it up?
five.
All right, Fletch.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
threw
do it.
threw it down, Fletch, so
Go,
you got to
Fletch.
start.
Transformers, Star Wars, Battle Beasts.
Ooh,
And
Battle Beasts.
my fourth would be probably Mask.
Yeah. We didn't start fourth. AJ did.
Yeah, sorry. I'm cheating already.
So, like I said, Monster in My Pocket. I absolutely loved those when I was a kid. I collected the original Ghostbusters toy line, and those were great, man. I don't have those anymore, but I had a bunch of those. The action on those were really, really fun. I had this one that was like. I had this one that was a toilet, and it was about this big, and it had wheels on the bottom. And when you rolled it, the lid flipped open, and the top flipped open, and a tongue and eyes popped out. It was so cool.
Did you have a Slimer?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
This was from the cartoon, right? This was from the Ghostbusters cartoon. So it was called
I remember that.
That's where the
It was
best
the
toys
real
were.
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Real
and
Ghostbusters.
probably, because there was already another cartoon called Ghostbusters for
Yeah,
some
with
reason.
the gorilla.
I remember watching that
Or
on
some weird
ABC.
thing.
It was
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when the real Ghostbusters cartoon based on the movie came out, they had to change it to real Ghostbusters. It was
Yeah.
just some
remember
some
that.
weird thing. And then, I don't know, it would have to be... I mean, I liked Mo too, but probably Ninja Turtles was probably more right in my age group. You know what I mean? Like, I was right at the age for those ones, and I had a bunch of those as well. I even had the Blimp. That one.
Did you read the original
Ooh.
Eastman and Laird comics?
I've never read them.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Like, I'm
dude,
not-
they're
yeah.
so good.
Yeah, I've heard. I should get around.
They're really
to that.
edgy.
I've got a few. I'll lend you some.
Edgy.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
All right, and let's go to our new contestant, Sam Gill. Top 3 favorite toy lines.
Ooh, it'd have to be probably like Star Wars, Power of the Force, 90s kind of, that like early to late 90s, including like Shadows of the Empire. I love the Shadows of the Empire toys when there was just like, you didn't kind of know what it was about, but like, unless you had like N64, but it was just a wild expanded universe, like addition to the main line. What were the other ones? I actually happen to have one here, but there was like a whole bunch of Spider-Man ones from the 90s. I don't know what kind of like line they were, but they just had like heaps of articulation. I remember having a Hobgoblin that was like bright orange, and this is like all beat up Spider-Man. And probably G.I. Joe. Have to be G.I.
Thank you
Joe.
for the follow, Res Violin.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with G.I. Joe.
All right. Well, jumping along, Andrew.
Hang on. I'm mid pour.
All right.
So let me try. Go to someone else.
Tipta.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I mean, the original GGNW logo was based on a combination of the Decepticons logo, the Cobra logo, and the Galactic Empire insignia. So, I mean, by default, those are my 3 big main ones. And I only collect baddies, so it's always been about troop building baddies. But the one that I could never include in my big three because it didn't have like a main insignia was Skeletor's Horde, because Skeletor's insignia was always Hordak's insignia, but I was always about Skeletor, not about Hordak, so that was a tricky one. But I think, yeah, I can't narrow it down to three because I've got to include Skeletor as well. So those are my main four. And the going back to what Sam was talking about reaction figures, one of the main things that I love about reaction figures is now they're taking all these toy lines that were originally in different scale, and they're bringing them all into like 5 points of articulation based on the cartoon scale, so that I can now play with my Star Wars, my He-Man, and even G.I. Joe. They're even coming out with like a video, like cartoon style series of 5 point of articulation G.I. Joe figures. So like everything I've ever loved can now, even like I'm waiting for Silverhawks to come out. Like if Silverhawk, do you guys remember the Silverhawk toy line?
Dude,
when reaction figures start doing Silverhawk toys,
hell yeah,
that's gonna be like next level for me.
There's definitely one I left out, which is just bleedingly obvious. I can't believe I forgot it. Toxic Crusaders was like my that shit was crazy. And like Sipsa said, like being able to have everything in the same scale, because they were always bigger, and it was always like I can't play with G.I. Joes and Toxie or but like having so good. I love Toxic Crusaders. All the colors, like just everything, that palette, the creepy weird characters, it's all just it's perfect.
Do you guys remember Visionaries?
Neon colors.
Yeah, I remember Visionaries.
Oh yeah,
Which
Visionaries were cool.
Like they were cool. Well, they had a hologram.
Are you ready, Andrew?
Yeah, I guess so.
Throw it down.
Fuck. All right, so I guess like Marvel Legends is probably up there.
Yeah.
Partly because like they were out when I was a kid, and then also they were like they're out now and they're fun and I like them. I like Marvel shit. Call me basic, whatever.
Basic bitch.
You're the only one who said Marvel Legends, and I'm that's kind of like a big deal because they're huge in the way of toys.
They're big. They're just fun. They're just fun toys. They're like super articulated. They're just fun to play with. I think that's what I like about them the most. So like, I'm not like a huge like completionist or big, like I don't spend heaps of time collecting them. I spend a lot of time like watching videos about what's coming out and stuff, but most of them I don't buy. I guess like a new thing for me was the Dungeons and Dragons LJN stuff from the 80s.
From the cartoon?
Are those the unarticulated ones? The non-articulated ones?
You mean the cartoon ones or the actual like
No, so like kind of the actual ones. So
I have not seen these.
Man, there's always
Lobos has got some of them.
Lobos has, I think I'm the person that buys most of them from Lobos. Sorry, I just got a comment from Res Violin. Hi, good to see some toy makers on Twitch. Yeah, we'll be here every Monday talking toys, making toys. Toy time.
So I also love those, Andrew. You're talking about like the rubber ones, right?
Yeah, some of them are like
the
real
large.
rubbery.
They've got the large rubber ones and they've got the small ones. Yeah, I kind of exhilarized my collection of D&D monsters recently. Like they are the ugliest, some of the ugliest looking toys you're ever gonna see, which is beautiful. They're solid cast rubber pieces. They're still alive. They're still durable. And they have and I'd gotten like a couple of the big monsters, right? And then a friend of mine who's a huge toy collector, who's a mental blanking, but he's the Ether from the Ether.
Oh, yes.
Josh. He was clearing out a huge collection of toys that he had, and I was able to pick up a whole bunch of the molded plastic 50 millimeter scale D&D toys that released in the same series that are supposed to be to scale. So there was like a wizard and dwarf and a fighter and like a paladin and stuff like that. And they weren't from the cartoon. They were just like generic TSR Dungeons and Dragons dudes. It's very cool. I'll put some photos up on
Original
the Discord.
TSR ones?
Yeah, well, I've got a bunch of those.
Yeah, the original TSR ones.
So, okay, I have a really weird story about Dungeons and Dragons toys, okay? So, back in the day, things like the Bugbear and all that kind of thing, if you look at the original illustrations of them, they were actually based off these Japanese toy set. It came in things like the Rust Monster and Bugbear and stuff. So there was this Japanese toy set in the 70s, right? And Gary Gygax and that actually owned this little tiny Japanese toy set. It was like, came in a pack of 12. I've still got 2 of them somewhere. And so these little creatures, basically, they ended up creating the Rust Monster and the Bugbear and all that based on these Japanese toys. And
yeah, you could still get them, like...
Yeah.
I was getting them in, like, the...
You know what I'm talking
90s.
about, right?
Yeah. I've got one, not from the Japanese toy set, but they would create, like, just the same, like, you'd have your bag of dinosaurs, your bag of, like, soldiers, and your bag of monsters, and the Rust
That's
monsters.
what it was. That's what it was.
There.
I thought it was Japanese, but I don't know. Maybe it was just. It was like a bag of monsters.
Look, they were manufacturing everything for a period of time, so it's highly likely that it was like Japan, Taiwan, Hong Kong.
Yeah, I still got the Rust Monster and the Bugbear.
Yeah. So my
cool.
favorite toys have got to be probably number 1 is 50mm molded plastic toys. I don't care what they are, toy soldiers, toy astronauts, toy scuba divers, toy anything, just like any plastic injection molded 50mm plastic toys. Definitely number 1, first love on my list. Closely followed by the Kinnikuman toys, also known as Muscle Man and sold as Muscle Men in America, but like all the Kinnikuman series of toys were amazing. And then,
so they were originally a Japanese toy line as well, right?
It's originally a Japanese toy line based on a Japanese cartoon. It was very, very popular. Still is very, very popular. To the point there are entire stores dedicated to Kinnikuman merchandise in Japan. I've been to a few of them. They are amazing. They're to die for. They will take all of your money.
Yeah, right.
They have these amazing jackets and amazing designs. And then finally, like my third, like probably the most influential sort of toys in my life were like the natural evolution of your toy soldiers, which were the 3 1/4 inch scale GI Joes, because they were just so posable. You could put them in anything. I spent like so much time making like plasticine accessories for them. Like making guns, making forts, making anything, unlike the 12-inch GI Joes, which were like born out of the baby boomer generation. Like, and you could afford to like have, you know, a bunch of 12-inch GI Joes and vehicles and stuff like that, because if you're working some kind of job in like suburbia, and your parents could afford to buy you these crazy fucking accessories for these 12-inch scale GI Joes, right? But you know, by the time the 80s rolled around, those 12 inches were so expensive.
Yeah,
like
it was the boom, the cost of plastic boomed petroleum in the 80s.
Yeah,
even late
and
70s.
then we could get the fucking 3 1/4 inch GI Joes for like a couple of bucks, and you could make things for them. You could play with them wherever. You know, I always loved that scene in The Boy Who Could Fly. The kid was like his younger brother. He's the coolest kid in town. He's riding around in his trike. He's got a collection of G.I. Joes. He's so attached to his collection of G.I. Joes. Then in his play world, when one of his guys, I think Sergeant Slaughter died.
Have you guys seen that?
He had a funeral.
the boy,
for the kid, and then like it was like raining during the climax of the movie, and the kid went out in the storm and dug up and said, "No, Sergeant Slaughter, you can't die. I love you." So good.
Don't die, Duke.
But
man, now you make me want to watch that movie again. That's it. I'm gonna go watch that tomorrow.
Yeah. Do it.
Is that your? So is that your 3?
That's my 3. It's my 3. I would love to choose other things, but like thinking about it, those are the 3. Like unless you include these were all pre-Warhammer, and then you know I turned like 9 years old, and I walked into this game store and I saw like the front cover of like the first Rogue Trader rule set, and I'm just like, that's what I want. I want like a whole bunch of, and it was like a pile of guys in sci-fi armor all being impaled on spikes with like, and I'm like, fuck, what the hell is this shit? This is amazing. so
40K,
awesome.
man.
Anyway, and then I was.
Do you still play 40K? Do you still play 40K?
Yeah, I do. If I remove,
I want to play the new version.
Do you want to? Here, I'll remove the green screen from behind me, and
I'd love to play.
you can
see.
see
sometime,
you can
man.
see some of my miniature shells.
Oh shit! Okay, all right. Okay.
That's just two of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let me get it sorted.
This is almost as obscene as my bookshelf. Okay.
8. So I have like nine full-sized shelves that covered in Warhammer stuff because I'm
Sorry,
just
can you show that again?
What? You want me to what?
Can you show that again?
My green screen.
Yeah, just
Remove my green screen again. My green screen.
Oh yeah, look at all that. Look at that.
So this is
Look
the
at that
behind
shelf,
the Wizard of Oz magic.
Nice. Also,
Yeah,
we've got Mr. Nick in the chat. Everyone say hi to Nick.
Oh, hey Nick.
Hey, Mr.
Hey.
Nick.
Hey Nick.
Mr. Nick, when are you going to
Thanks for
come on
putting
the
up all those
stream?
photos, Nick. That was awesome.
Yeah.
In our
When are you going to come on the
Discord.
stream, Nick? When are you going to make
When
some
he
toys,
fin-
Nick?
Nick, make some
When he
toys,
finishes
Nick.
his toys.
Yeah, when are you going to make some toys? Why don't you come on the stream and make some toys with us
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
you're making them?
Ooh, that's an invitation. You know, that guy has some of the coolest sculpts. I don't know why he hasn't just cast them. And I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago because he's been messing about with wax, with casting wax into silicon, and I was interested in giving that a go. I haven't done it yet, but he seems to have perfected the technique.
I have a follow-up question. Top 3 independent toy artist designers.
Ooh.
Sure.
God.
I mean,
Okay,
that's,
we've gone through the commercial ones. Top three. I mean, and it's not a favoritism thing. It's just like who do you think's fucking cool?
Okay, I got
Whose work are you
Here it
loving?
comes.
Minty
Toys.
Moss,
Here it comes.
Olsen,
Cephalopee.
GGNW
Toys.
Toys,
Yeah.
Tiddy
KO,
Beans,
KO
KO,
Toys.
Cephalopee, GGNW, yes, no, maybe, Tiddy Beans.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
think
Might
my
ever win, maybe. I don't know.
Sam
Okay,
King
fuck.
is awesome.
Alright.
She does some...
Besides us, because we're cool, top 3 people that you just think are doing cool stuff. Like, not necessarily your favorites or anything, but just
You mean
some people.
commercial?
No, independent. Like people like us, I guess. Like 3 people that you think, and it's not top 3, sorry, just 3 people that you think are making really fucking cool toys that you think people should maybe know about.
Like, yeah. I'll
yeah.
go first. I'll go first on this one. I think my favorite toy artist, is Wonder Goblin.
Nice.
James Sizemore, I think his last name is. Yeah, his stuff's just real, like, it's always real kind of like eldritchy and kind of psychedelic and kind of sometimes real, like, kind of sexual. Like sometimes, like, there's one called the Queen Haggapus and she's got this big mouth coming out of her, like, stomach, but it kind of looks like a vagina. His stuff's just super fun. He's definitely like my favorite artist. He's got this video on YouTube of him making that toy, and I've watched it literally hundreds of times. Like one of my comfort videos. He's been my number one. Just looking at the shelf now, I'm trying to kind of decide. It's tricky because there's lots of like pieces that I really like, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say that that's definitively like one of my favorite.
Well, just three. No, it's not a favorite. It's just 3 things that you think are cool.
Yeah, Wonder Goblin.
guess.
Yeah, Wonder Goblin for sure.
Yeah.
Having a look through. Shirahama stuff's really good, but yeah, these are just like,
Shirahama's pretty good.
yeah. And then like Candy Bolton. Just that, like, just the Buki Kujira, however you want to say it. That's like one of my favorite art toys of all time. Easy.
Okay.
Cool.
I'd go get
Who's
him.
next?
I've got.
We'll go back in reverse order, so we're going to go with AJ Dinsdale. KO Toys.
Yeah, okay, toys. Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit like Andy. I struggle to pin down specific artists, but like if I'm thinking like more broadly, probably like I'd probably have to say like some of those like old school guys like Kozik and Tristan Eaton and those guys that were doing it back in the day, just because that was my first exposure. Even though I don't really collect that stuff, and well, I did once upon a time, but I don't really have much in my collection. But yeah, just like seeing those for the first time in the early 2000s, because I'm a geriatric millennial. Apparently, someone called me the other day.
I've heard that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and like just like that being the first exposure, probably to nearly everybody about what art toys were and all that kind of stuff. So I gotta shout out those guys to give them props, I think. And then probably in terms of like see even most of my collection I have here is old Godzilla toys and stuff. So I have a lot of modern artists as well, but like I don't tend to collect artists. I collect things that I like. But like same. I think probably out of the artists I have the most pieces from Dayhara, who is a Japanese guy who just does this really weird. His stuff almost looks like I think he sculpts it out of clay, because the Cephalopee that he pulls looks like it's made out of clay. No.
A lot of guys use monster clay, or
no, it looks like terracotta. It looks like
right.
Yeah, it looks like he sculpted it out of like baked clay and then made it into a Cephalopee. And he makes some pretty cool ones. I'll just grab a couple down real quick because they're within striking distance.
I'm gonna have to stream from inside at some stage because my whole toy collection is inside. I have some favorites in here. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I know this work. I know this stuff, man.
So this guy came with a bunch of little tiny Cephalopee dogs, which I can't get down. But he's got about 5 Cephalopee. No, wait, sorry. This guy came with the Cephalopee dogs.
Very cool.
That's sick.
And this guy came with Cephalopee cats. So I got the pair of them. Yeah, I mean, this was probably one of the first things I saw where I was just like, that's so fucking weird. Like, like it's just like, yeah, it's like really art stuff. Like it's really badly made, like sculpted, but deliberately, Yeah. So, it's just a really cool aesthetic. It's just a cool thing to do. And number 3, I'd have to go with my man Grody Shogun, who I've been working with lately. He's got a really cool thing going on over there. He's an American guy working in Japan that does like really weird stuff as well. I haven't got anything to show of his on hand.
I've got something of his on hand actually.
One of our people we want to get to guest.
Yeah. And he's just an all-around interesting guy. He's been living in Japan. He's the owner of Lulabelle Toys in America and Lulabelle.
He's the owner of Lulabelle, right?
Yeah.
Man,
so he's been around for a long time. He's been living in Japan for 15 years, and he's pretty much taught himself from scratch how to make Cephalopee, which is just crazy.
We've talked about him so many times. We need to get him on next week.
This is one of his pieces, Fletch.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
That's rad.
Good.
That's so rad, man. I love it.
One of the things I really like about him is he has this whole kind of like lowbrow, anti-aesthetic going on. And he makes his pieces really accessible and really affordable, which is something that nobody is doing in that world. Yeah. So that's something I deeply appreciate.
$250 a piece, right?
Which is absolutely insane because it does not. I mean, the molds are expensive, but like seriously, there's no reason to be charging more than
And those molds are going to last for a lot of colorways.
Well, he actually one of the things he does is he goes around to like old shops and auctions and stuff, and he buys up old Cephalopee molds.
That's awesome.
And then just pulls heaps of these old Cephalopees. And mashes them together with his toys or just with each other or whatever. So he'll just have like a rubber duck body with like a monster head on it, and he'll just be like, "This is my new toy," and he'll just sell it for like $30. But yeah, some of the old molds he's got are like from legitimately from the 50s. And when he when he pulls the first few that he pulls out, actually rust sticks to the vinyl as he's pulling it out. And he just sells those. It's just like, that's a special one. It has rust effect on it.
That's cool. Is that
Alright,
3?
So that's 2. That's 3-ish. You want to jump in?
One more?
Yes. Tiddy Beans is in the house.
Oh, yo.
Shout out from Shed Quarter Creations.
Hey.
Sure is. Well, seeing as we're talking about you, Tiddy Bean, what are your 3 favorite independent creators, or favorite 3 independent creators that you like?
Yeah, I'd have to say I'm a massive Healy Made fan. Like, I'm just a fiend for it. So, probably got to be him. I'm actually digging Vinny Chav Studios a lot at the moment, like the little kind of like Marber dudes and little kind of like mini sculpts. Far out. And who else?
There's so many, man.
Yeah, there's just so many, and being like not put on the spot. I had plenty of time to think, and I'm pretty sure I did think, but I thought of too many, and now I just can't choose.
Just rattle them out.
Who was your first choice? I didn't hear it. Who was the first guy you mentioned?
Healy Made. Got to be Healy Made.
Oh, dude,
I tried to get a one of his pieces over the weekend, but then got an email saying I've got to pay an extra $35 USD to get it sent over because they're not sending anything USPS. Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. So. American postage is really shit right now, so yeah.
Yeah, pretty bummed. And then so Healy Made, Vinny Chav Studios, and have to be like Vomiting Droids. I love Vomiting Droids. He's like one of my types of movies. But just the crazy stuff that he does with resin and double casting, Ewoks and droid faces within a face. He's crazy. So, that's my top 3.
Cool.
Awesome. Tipta, GGNW.
Yeah, the reason I asked who your first choice was, Sam, was because I was afraid you were going to choose Healy Made, because Healy Made's totally one of my 3, and I knew that you were going to say Healy Made. I freaking love his stuff too, man. Like when I first started seeing him chopping up stuff, because he kind of took what Sucklord was doing and just did it like 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
And he wasn't
without the suck.
I mean, I like Sucklord. I actually like what he represents. But one of the things I really don't like is when people say to me, like, "Oh yeah, you're kind of like Sucklord," and I'm like, "No, I'm not." Like, look at my packaging, bro. I really
don't you hate that.
I care about the packaging, but I understand why Sucklord does what he does because that's his thing, Yeah. So I will still put Sucklord in my top 3 because of kind of what he represents in terms of, just doing. I mean, he's been doing it since like 1997, and I only started in 1999, and I didn't hear about him until like 2005. So he's kind of up there for sure. I think I don't know if you can put Super 7 as a mention in terms of independent. Yeah, because that guy's a hero to me. Like he's kind of like on par with George Lucas, like in terms of like what he has done in terms of historically. Bringing all the toys into one scale for me is like that was something that I wished I had as a kid, and now he's doing it. Like he brought Thundercats. Like I can now have Thundercats next to like all my other stuff, and I love that. I just love that he's doing that and he keeps doing it. So those are my top 3: Super 7, Healy Made, and Sucklord.
Super 7's kind of in a borderline area, isn't it? Although I think it counts because they definitely started out as independent toy makers, didn't they?
Yeah, now I mean they're buying franchises now, which is the way they make money. You know?
That's right. Yeah. And they're doing a fantastic job of it as well. So.
But when you look at their original ones, like the Worst, have you seen the Worst line? It's just called Worst.
I love the Worst. The Worst.
Yeah.
Is just, that was another tipping point of like, wow, this is wild.
That's just next level creativity. It's taking a little bit of everything you loved about bad guys and just turning him into like the ultimate smorgasbord of baddie. It's so good.
Yeah, cool. Have we heard from Fletch yet?
No.
Fletch.
My three. I've been
we
thinking about
lost
this,
AJ.
and not necessarily favorites, but people that are like, I really like what they're doing. Jessica Emmett, who's English lady who's living in Singapore. I just really love her work, man. Like, it's a kind of a cute-ish aesthetic, which I kind of dig. And she just has really cool stories to her pieces and stuff, like, you know, little skeletal unicorns and, you know, and she puts a lot of effort into it, man. She does. I looked at some of her YouTube tutorials that she was doing. She's got a little channel, and it kind of inspired me to do some stuff. And I've met her before. She's just a really, really lovely person, and I really, really, really like her work. Who else? There's a Taiwanese graffiti artist, street artist called Martina. And she's been doing some really, really cool... Oh no. Did we just lose the Skype chat? I think we just lost the Skype chat. Alright. Sorry guys, I dropped out.
Prints, if you go online, like you can see that she's not charging that much money for them by comparison to what a lot of people do. But I mean, she's probably one of the most influential artists and toy artists for me of my my 20s, I think. Just super cute, super sexy. Recently empowered women, which is very, very cool. The narratives that she weaves is very awesome. I actually really, really, really like some of the people in our scene. I love Wendy Olsen's work.
Yeah.
And I love Minty Moss's work, even though Minty hasn't produced a lot of toys. I think the toys she has produced are really nice.
Yeah.
They've got a really cool quality to them. What kills me about Wendy Olsen's work in particular is that everything that she does is like an original piece. She doesn't tend to like cast or remake them. Like they're like everyone's an original, and she's got hundreds of them. Like she's crazy like that. Other toy, like there are definitely other toy artists who I like, who I haven't, but I'm bad with names. And the people who stick in my head are the people that I meet. Or the people who like really heavily influence me. So apart from like more traditional toys, like you were saying, KO, like you have all these like Godzilla toys and stuff like that. It's like those rubber toys and those early sort of toys. One of the things that missed my list was like the favorite actual toys was the WrestleMania 1980s fully rubber WrestleMania toys. Because they looked great, they were indestructible, they were like 8 inches. You could literally beat somebody to death with those things and they would still be in perfect working order. That's a toy, man.
And that brings me back to the point again. Those things weren't articulated either, were they?
No. I mean, kind of articulated. They're rubber. It's like muscle, man.
Yeah. Here's
when I was a kid, I don't remember articulation being something that I cared about in the slightest. When I was playing.
Yeah. Until G.I. Joes came out, and then it was like, fuck everything else.
It wasn't until I started hanging around with people in this scene that everyone was just like talking about how articulated everything was.
Yeah, right.
I think you can blame me for that.
All right, so I have a serious question. Okay,
I'm back, by the way.
Serious. That's very cool. Do you want to jump in and tell us the rest of your favorites before I?
No, you can continue, and I'll come back to it. I'm just trying to. My Skype disconnected, so I'm just trying to fix some of the videos.
That's right.
I think it somehow booted me as well.
Well, my serious question is that quite some time ago, I was given a by I think it's not John Denbo Cullen, by one of our favorite, Blue Mountains artist, who makes amazing.
P. Morley.
Yeah, Louis P. Morley. Okay, so Louis P. Morley makes these amazing. I can't believe they're not tin toys. They're made in resin. They're hollow shell cast. But he makes them. They look exactly like tin toys. They're very cool. Look him up if you're interested. Louis P. Morley, very cool artist. He was nice enough to come down and said, "Hey, look, I haven't had any luck rotocasting, but I made this rotocasting machine. So if you're interested in rotocasting, I'll bring it down from." And he drove down from the Blue Mountains, and we hung out for like half a day. And he dropped off this rotocasting machine. And it wasn't until I was watching some cool YouTube videos that I figured out why it didn't work. Because when he was doing it, he was like, it's because you need to generate enough speed to generate centrifugal force. But actually, it's just an over-glorified slush mold. And a slush mold is where you just take a big mold and you pour your stuff in and you slush it around so it covers everything. And it's all about random movement, right? And so I'm like, okay, that means I can actually still use this thing. I'll just like disconnect the motor from it. And now I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna make something big. Okay, I'm gonna make a big toy because it'll use less resin. I'm gonna rotocast something, but I'm still like, this is the classic cephalopede conundrum: is do I make a cute fucking doll, or do I make like some kind of grotesque monster, or do I make a mix of the two? And I'm like, maybe I should, and the bigger question is, should I make a multi-part piece or a single thing? So I'm like torn between making like an old style doll that's like got a head, a torso, 2 arms, 2 legs, that sort of pops together, and is kind of like a hot monster babe, with like some interchangeable components, or making like a single piece or maybe a 2-piece kind of monster of some description, or maybe a robot, who knows. What do you guys think? Single piece or articulation? Multi-part?
I like both.
Both?
Like I don't. Yeah, I like. I like articulation. I like single piece. I just like toys. I think you should do. Can you make one of both?
So what I have, I want to do one as a test, and I have enough old silicon, which is going to be totally fine for doing like rotocasting, because while I can't put the old silicon in the pressure pot, I can still cast something out of it, and I can pre-paint like the all of the surfaces with like resin before I put it in the rotocaster to like pick up all the detail and make sure there's no air bubbles. Okay. So I've got like one shot to like do something based on materials that I have kind of kicking around. And then after that, every time I make a new mold for it, it's going to be, because they're big toys, and I need to make a shell for it as well, which either means like fabricating a hard shell to sort of support it so it can strap into the machine, or making a custom fiberglass shell for each one. Fiberglass or plaster is something else that you can use. Yeah,
you can use epoxy sculpt as well.
It's pretty expensive. Plaster's much cheaper.
Yeah, true. Plaster would be way better. Yeah. Sorry, what was I thinking?
Plaster and Hessian, you know. I mean, they've got that smooth-on stuff that you can get the trowel on, like resin you can make shells out of, but it's so expensive, that stuff, like prohibitively so. So I don't know, but articulation, I guess, was the key. What do you think?
Yeah,
First
give it
one,
a go.
should I do like something multi-piece articulated, or just try and do a single thing?
Go for the articulation. Why not? It's challenging.
Yeah, I reckon do something different. Yeah.
Where did I get up to? Where did I get up to?
We got your first one. So you got 2.
Jessica Emmett. Okay, so my second one is a Taiwanese artist. She's a graffiti artist, street artist turned. She's been making toys. Her name's Martina. Her artwork is amazing, and her toys are just really cool. Bit of that like hip hop aesthetic. The one that I really love that she did. You know is it the Kitsune? What's the cat with the 9 tails again?
Kitsune.
That's it. All right. So somebody did a Sofubi of that, but she did a custom version of it. And I saw it at Taipei Toy Festival in 2019, and just the colours and stuff on it were amazing. Now she's been doing her own toys and stuff. And the last one is a new guy that I've kind of fallen in love with, because he's been doing remashes of Battle Beasts. And
Oh,
on
that'll be
Instagram,
sick.
on Instagram, his name is the Love of Old Toys. Have you guys seen this guy?
No,
Right,
I
so
haven't, no.
like, so I got one, right, because I'm a Boba Fett collector, right? So I got this one.
Oh my god.
So it's Battle Wars. It's basically a Boba Fett battle beast.
Can you
Pretty
bring it
cool.
closer?
And,
Can we see? Can you bring it big, make it bigger? Zoom closer to the camera. Oh wow!
Right.
Oh my god, that is so good.
So he doesn't seal the things. He just puts a bit of tape on the top of it, but the tape kind of came off. But you know, whatever. But hang on. Let me just take the toy out because that way you can take the toy out, right? I collect Boba Fett, right? So for me, this was just awesome. And it's just a battle beast, and he's just like modded it and put it. Yeah, it's so good, man.
Does he do
So
the
good.
wrestlers as well? He puts like wrestlers' heads on them, and
Yeah.
is that the
He
same
does
dude?
also, yeah, man. Yep, same dude.
Herbie, Shed Quarter
Yep.
has said that they are going to 3D print a mold jacket. They're going to try and print a 3D print a mold jacket for some rotocasting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But does that mean that I send them the silicone and then they print a jacket?
I think Shed Quarter has a lot of that stuff. So he does a lot of prop stuff and cosplay kind of builds. So I assume he's got his own 3D printer for that one. But yeah, I'm not sure. Did you end up joining the Discord for that? Come show
Yeah,
us your
man.
stuff.
If you end up joining the Discord, like
Join
hit
the
me up.
Discord.
I'm Herbert Peppard, Cephalopee. If you find Cephalopee on Twitch, you can find all my handles. If you look up Cephalopee, CEPH, I'll type it into chat now. Yeah, or on Facebook. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, show us the stuff. Yeah, post it in the. I think we had a your art section, so or even in the main chat is fine as
Yeah.
well.
Share it with us on Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, totally. Yeah, your art section. Pop it in there. If not, just pop it in a general thread, and it's very, very cool. It's just great to see more people in Australia making more toys. It's like awesome. That's why we're
And
here.
just stuff as well. Because I haven't seen. It's more. One thing I really liked was the Lego sword that he was making. So he was doing various Lego swords in different scales. Those were really cool. I really liked those ones.
Yeah, cool.
I've designed one up and hope to get it printed in the next week or so. Awesome.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
I
Post
love
it, show
Lego
us.
swords. The classic Lego sword with a rounded edge.
Yep.
Love
Yep.
that.
Yeah, awesome.
It's so
the
good.
Knights one.
These are all
Oh,
my
okay, all right, okay, cool. I have the next question. On the theme of Lego, favorite style Lego set? What would you pick? Like, out of all of the... Oh, God, Jesus Christ. Out of all the Lego, out of all the different types of Lego and Jake, like, all that...
Fabuland.
What?
Fabuland. Fabuland.
Fabuland. All right, yeah, well, okay, that's Chipter's answer. What else?
I really liked, is Fabuland the one with all the guys with the little animal heads and they tilt around? Yeah, that was a kid, hands down favorite. I still have one or two of those around from when I was a kid. They're very cool. But I love the OG castle Lego, like original gray castle, black castle.
The Black Falcon's castle run.
Yeah, Black Falcon's castle, the knights with all the little helmets and those round top Lego swords, like what you're making by the sounds of it. Castle for the win.
Nice.
Yeah, the Knights
I bought a
set.
Lego.
Get
I
it?
bought a Lego dude today. I bought a Lego guy today. I spent about 15 minutes feeling through the bags. I got Marvin the Martian, dude.
You're one of those guys. I'm going to sit there and just feel through all the bags and find the ones that I want.
You don't
You know,
know
the thing
half
was,
of it.
I nearly gave up 10 times, but Zadie kept saying, "Get it, Daddy, get it." And I'm in the middle of the supermarket with my daughter, and she's telling me to get it. I want Marvin. And I'm like, actually, no, she was saying, "You want Marvin," because I was the one who said I wanted him, and she was like, "You can do it. Eventually, the trick is feeling for the accessories, and his blaster is the giveaway. Going for the helmet is very
Tricks,
difficult.
people.
If you can
These,
get
these
if
are
you
the
can get
tricks,
that,
but I mean, if Julian joins us later, he can testify. When I went to visit Jakarta, I was working for a little while with Chipta at his old toy company, and it would be like 1 hour solid on lunch break, run down to the nearest like toy shop that has all the toy shops, in fact, and spend almost an hour. And Chipta's co-worker was the wizard of finding the toys. And
you do it like in 5 seconds.
5 seconds, he'd know
Less.
exactly what was in the
Less.
bag. But we would be like a good 15 to 30 minutes of every lunch break going to all the toy stores in the vicinity, feeling through the Lego blind bags for the most part.
It's kind of sick. Oh yeah. Somebody
Mind
sent
you,
me this.
When they brought out the glow in the dark skeletons and the glow in the dark ghosts and the glow in the dark skeleton
so good.
horses, like
Yeah.
that was the bear.
Show us, Chip. What did someone send you?
Somebody sent me this, which is like the rarest of Lego Spacemen, the orange
nice.
classic Lego Spaceman. You had to get, you could only get him if you bought this book that like had this guy as like the plus thing that you got with the book. So somebody sent me an extra one that they had, and apparently he's worth quite a lot. But I love him because he's orange. It's orange.
It's a Lego dream.
Pirates. I remember getting a little pirate set, and there was a dude. He had like a little hat, and he had like little beard, and even like the shoulder things. I remember, and it came in like.
Oh, yeah.
Pirate. I loved it.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like maybe early 90s.
When they started doing
really
beards.
Yeah.
When they started doing
just
beards, so good.
adding those little bits of detail to the face and the body. So good.
Who's brushing their teeth? Who's brushing his teeth again? The Herbie?
Huh? Yeah, sorry. I'll stop
Herbie's
standing.
brushing his teeth. No, you can stand.
No, it's all right. I will leave it off. I'll leave the mastering. I got plenty of other things to do. In fact, I'm at the point where I should probably start a new sculpt.
Already?
Nice.
Already, well, I've done these two in the last few weeks, so I was just getting some masters sort of like tidied up, and they're all done now. I've got all my little lollipop tieflings. They're all like ready to go back in the mold now. So there's 10 of these little girls, all good and done.
Nice.
And then I'm going to make a mold. That's the master mold for 10 of them. And then I'm going to send off the first two that the people won on last week's show. I don't know if we got a giveaway this week, but we can come up with a stupid question for people to answer. And then next week, I don't know, we can decide if we want to do a giveaway. Does anyone want to give away something this week, or do you want to wait till next week?
I'll give something away from this week if we work out what to do. I've got this. Hang on. Got this.
Oh my God!
Halloween candy corn. The Han
Candy
Solo.
corn solo. Candy corn solo.
Yeah. Oh, did we lose AJ again? Oh, he's back.
That's
Yeah, and then, to piss off, all the Star Wars fans, we've got the shitty stormtrooper.
Oh yeah.
very cool. So we're all here on this show, and we gotta come up with some stupid question that we want to ask the chat. We're not going to roll a d20 again because we're not giving away dice charms. Today we're giving away some kind of candy corn mutant. Oh my God, what is that?
Well, we've been talking about like top threes and favorites and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So what about a question around that? And whoever has the best answer, and we're like, oh yeah, that's really fucking cool. They can win or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe something in theme like.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Did anybody mention Duplo as the best? Because check this out, guys. Check this out. Like, you can
that is so cool.
like, you can make adapters for Duplo to regular Lego. As you can see here, this is my Duplo submarine that I have specially for my orange spaceman. But inside it, I was able to build like a regular size cockpit for him using regular Lego, because these bits, the 2x4s, fit perfectly onto the top of Duplo bits. So you can basically just combine your classic Lego with Duplo if you have those 2x4s to adapt them. I don't know. Maybe this is something everybody knows, but I find that some people, it blows their minds that they're actually adaptable to each other.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I gotta split because I gotta put the kid to sleep. But today I finished about 20 of these dudes, and yeah, next week I might be able to show you what they look like in packaging. I'm just gonna leave some of them at the forefront. Anyway, great to chat with you guys.
Awesome,
Sam, welcome to the club.
Cheers, man.
Their heads are cut off, Tifta. Their heads are cut off. You need to raise your camera a little bit.
Oh, really? They're cut off? Okay. Oh man, that means that my head's been cut off this whole time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, I'll catch you guys next week.
Shed Quarter.
Big love, guys.
Bye.
What was that? Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Shed Quarter was just saying that Duplo's so much better now than it was back in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
We should
Oh yeah.
see if Julian's free.
What's
Hang
going
on,
on?
I'll see where he's around.
AJ, what are we looking at here? Doing some card art.
This is, I'm working in Illustrator on some header art for this little guy.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
I don't want to go in the box.
Well, you got it, Zadie.
I want to go in the box.
I'm trying to mute my camera. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble now, man. I'm in trouble.
Dad, I want to go out the back.
Oh, the screaming has started.
Are you getting some good pulls out of the molds, Andrew?
No, they're all right. This is one of the dragon heads. Oh, this one's okay. There's like a nice kind of a bit of depth to it.
On stream.
Yeah, cool.
And then I've got, these are the dogs. Some of them will need a bit of touching up.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's like a candy corn kind of Halloween-y kind of color. I feel like that's pretty appropriate for the show. So there's a couple of bubbles in the nose areas, but that's fine because I end up painting those anyway. Like on this one.
Oh, that's nice. That's a
I end
really
up
cool
painting
color.
them just like an actual kind of like a beige sort of dog kind of color. So
Dog
it's
nose
fine
colour.
to kind of put a bit of filler in those. That's fine. And then this is the this is the hoodie body kind of come through sort of like that. It's kind of come through kind of cool. It's like half.
It's awesome. Yeah. Alright. What sort of resin are you using there?
Bee Queen. I'm using Bee Queen because I like using Bee Queen because it sets so quickly, but you can actually like judge what the color's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to think of that too.
Whereas like with when you're using just the easy cast, which is still really good, it's pretty much the same thing. It means that like I can get an idea of what the color's actually going to be.
It doesn't like bleach it out.
Exactly. Like I wouldn't want to try and pressure cast it because it just sets so quickly.
Yeah, I remember I got a small pack of it when I was testing a whole bunch, and I think I tried to chuck it in the pressure pot, and having like a really wild effect of it kind of like looking like skin all kind of pushed in, but yeah, it was just not a pleasurable experience.
Not what you were looking for.
No, definitely not.
Should I do a couple more of these orange ones? Or should I do something else for now? Basically, what I need to do is come up with a few different colorways, and then like tonight, and then I've got like those colors that I can use in this Halloween show, and just send off one photo of each and say these are the like 4 or 5 colorways that are going to be in it. And I can then determine how many of each one I'm going to actually make at that point. So
I think it depends if you like what it's looking like right now.
I think I like the orange and the white.
Because if you're happy with the colors...
Maybe I'll do orange and black. That's also quite Halloween.
Orange and black is very Halloween. I mean, you could also piss people off and do some red, white, and real red and white ones.
I'd do that if we were having a Halloween-themed show.
Just to troll people and say, I know you like Halloween,
we should
but
absolutely
have you thought about
do.
Christmas?
Which
we should absolutely do. Let's do a Halloween show.
Oh, hey, Julian.
A show with people.
Julian, I'm going to drop you in here. Just give me a second.
I'd like to take a moment to say hi, Julian. Welcome to
not
the
up
show.
yet.
I think you're about to be keyed in to the Twitch live stream by Andrew in just a second.
Hold on 1 second.
Julian is one of our most enthusiastic supporters. He's currently 3 ways sideways. He's also the secretary and administrator. What is and the hype man, the official GGNW hype man.
Are you Chaotic's child,
sideways.
Julian?
Can you turn your camera side? What? Is it sideways for you as well?
It's sideways for him.
What?
No. His camera is sideways.
All right, that'll do.
Yeah, you have to, Jules, you have to put your camera horizontal. Yeah, there you go.
I haven't set it up properly, but I can see you.
Hey, everybody!
Hang on.
Hi, Julian. Welcome to the show. What is it that you are working on? How are your cats?
About like 32 cats now or something.
32? I thought it was only 15.
Yeah, that happened.
All right, I got you on here now.
32 cats.
Hey, everybody. See you guys.
Are they real cats?
Yes.
Real feral cats.
Wait, how many cats do you
Battle
have?
cats. Julian usually carries the scars.
Yeah, actually. I thought I was a suicide victim, but you know. It's all good.
Nice.
So, yeah, Jules,
As you
do
know,
wanna-
what time is it over in
Jakarta.
Yeah.
It's now 6:45
PM.
Jules, do you want to?
guys.
Hey, bro. Hey, do you want to just tell everybody a bit about yourself and stuff?
What's been happening, man? How's life over that side of the water?
It's pretty good. I mean, if I could go around, I could hang around. There's really a lockdown here.
You just had to fend for yourselves.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's impossible for Jakarta alone, let alone Indonesia, to enter a lockdown. But currently, things are really good at Jakarta, considering. Not too bad.
Well, everyone's died already, right? All the people who are going to die.
The vulnerable are already dead.
Hey,
Just hoping for the love of God. Let us do a toy show here. No.
Be nice.
okay, it's all fixed.
Seeing you guys.
Jules, do you want
You guys live.
to
Tell us what
everybody
the
about yourself,
independent
please?
toy scene's like in Jakarta, man.
Yeah. How'd you get into it?
Everything's like mostly online in Jakarta because they try to do like a bunch of events around malls because you can't really do events properly in the venue anymore, like our usual venues. Then things got really bad, and now things are getting really good, and we're just waiting for the chance for us to, do events again.
So, like, how did the online stuff go? Was it do you think it was successful, or do you think it was a bit, how you going? Did they go well, the online stuff, Julian?
Oh, I think he just froze.
Oh
Oh,
no.
no, Julian's frozen. That's all right. We'll talk about something else. Let's talk about
Oh no, he's back. He's back. You back, Jules?
All right. Yep. I'm back.
Yeah. You froze for a second.
How
Man.
did the online toy exhibition go?
Well, it's all right. It's not bad. I mean, people do spend money on toys. From time to time, like there are some like seasons where it's like really good, and then just kind of like slow down a little bit. It's okay. Really okay. We're hoping for like proper events. It'll be fun. I think they gotta do a lot of work around for like all the health protocols and stuff.
Jules, can you tell everybody a bit about yourself and like what you do and all those? I know we did a bit of an intro before, but tell everybody a bit about you.
Okay.
Banana boy.
Like Herbert said, I'm kind of like Sita's secretary, his manager, his whatever he wants me to do, I'll do it. Hype things around, just like. But I mostly do sales for GGNW.
You give awesome massages.
Okay.
You give awesome massages.
Oh yeah, I do massage too. So before, during, and after the show, you guys need massage, I do that. If any of the all the guests and customers want to massage, I can do that too for bonus.
Yeah, just fly to Jakarta and get a massage.
Worth it.
Yeah.
If I could fly to Sydney, yeah, you get free massage as much as you want, man.
Worth the quarantine.
Hang in there, guys.
Surely they've invented one of those virtual massage things yet so far.
No, I haven't worked out the kinks yet.
It's called a sex toy.
Is it really?
Well, they have those virtual remote ones for that, so why couldn't you adapt it to a massage thing?
Reverse engineer it.
We have the technology.
Not a bad idea.
Did that work? Did the Goblin Demon work? I didn't see it. Is that you? Who's RGB Daryl? RGB Daryl. Good guys never win. For the win.
For the win! Obviously
Hi,
a fan.
I don't know if the
Yeah,
Goblin
if you
Demon
guys
worked.
never
If
win.
it didn't work, let me know. If you didn't see someone run across the screen, let me know and I'll fix that for you.
Oh, my toy horn. Okay, all right. What's up, bro? It's our friend from Malaysia, I believe.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. You guys never win.
All right,
Fun
who's
time.
got the next conversation question?
Well, I want to revert back to this week's giveaway. So we need,
giveaway.
before we get the conversation question,
Yeah.
what we need is a question for people in chat to answer so that they can potentially win a prize. One of the...
Oh, what was our? Yeah, we needed the question though, right?
Yeah, well, the question is, and we want it to be in theme with what we were talking about before, which is old school toys. So, do we want to have a quiz question for them to answer, or do we want to just pick a favorite answer from to a question? So, and the question could be either who is your favorite independent artist, or why do you love why do you love KO Toys so much? No, it's all right. So yes, no, maybe is doing the.
How about this? How about why do you love toys so much? And we just pick the best answer.
All right. So you heard
Because
it, chat.
that's it. Why do you love toys so much?
You heard it, chat. You heard it. This is your chance. This is your chance. If you want to win the candy corn solo that Andrew Woodgate is, if not Andrew, sorry, that the Yes No Maybe Toys is giving away on this stream live, one time only.
There goes secret identity.
Then you're gonna have to jump in there and please tell us in chat why you like toys so much. Just why? Just tell us.
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Be creative.
Be creative. It can be fake. It can be real. We're just gonna choose what we like the most answer-wise, and we are not going to pretend that we are not going to be biased. We might just like something that appeals to our taste and our fancy. So, you know, any answer that we like more than another answer, you're going to get the prize. We're going to keep this going until the end of the stream. And then at the end of the stream, we're going to tell you. So if you put an answer in there, you want to stick around to the end of the stream, is probably in about 40 minutes, I reckon. And we usually finish up about 10:30. Then police.
In the meantime,
Yep.
In the meantime, Julian, what are your top 3 favorite toys?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
Toys in general, and then the second question is, who are your top 3 favorite kind of independent toy artists? So the first one's more about mainstream toys.
Okay.
So top 3 kind of mainstream toys that you love the most.
Wow, that's
Yeah, we know.
I was watching like, damn, that's okay. Well, in general, I collect Super 7 and React. I'm not a big fan of the Funko Pop, but I love the Funko reaction figures as well. I have some, not many, but I have some. And
Oh, that's another question. We're going to have a discussion about that at some stage. Funkos. Okay, what else?
I also collect old school McFarlane video game toys and movies.
Okay.
I do. It's either like the movies, the animes, and the video games. So I do have the Metal Gear Solid McFarlane toys, and I also collect the. I have Akira. I have Free Gun toys.
Are they the Tom McFarlane Akira toys?
Sorry.
Isn't the Akira toy? Are you talking about the Akira toys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are they the McFarlane toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, like and Spawn and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not like a really big fan of Spawn figures, but
Yeah,
I
I
do
like
like
the
some-
Akira stuff.
Yeah, the Akira stuff is insane. But
Yeah, I got
when I
some
was
of
a
those.
kid, I had a
Sorry,
choice.
guys, I'm
Whether,
just going to make a phone call. 1 sec.
I had a choice whether I could buy the F2O toy or what's it? I think I ended up getting it's like a mini aquarium thing for ants. And I ended up with that. And then I realized like, oh man, I don't want that F2O toy.
You know what? One of my favorite toys when I was a kid were those plastic ant farms.
Oh, yeah.
You like torture?
Like,
Yeah.
it's a toy, right? It's a toy. Like, you know, the ant zoos, but they had, like, mazes. They had, like, all these things for the ants to play in and shit, right? Like, that was one of my favorite toys.
They were pretty cool.
They were cool.
It's nice to
All
have
right.
eating them.
They're cool, man. Okay, not top 3, but just 3 independent toy artists whose work you really love. And I know you love all of ours, so you don't have to say us. It's by default that you love us.
Okay. Well, top one. Well, it's funny that you guys mentioned Healy Made. I really like Healy Made, and also I know Brody Shogun as well. I like Brody Shogun's work.
He's been said, yeah, he's popular.
They've both said.
his
they've
work's
both been
amazing.
said already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually a friend of my friend as well who lives in Japan. He manages a store called Substore. And Brody just like pops around nonstop, like showing everybody, motherfucker, I got new toys. Like, and he always got new toys, and it's always fucking insane.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get him on here as a guest, man.
Bring him in, man. Bring him in.
Yeah.
Um,
My Toy Horde, the Malaysian Toy Horde. They all say g'day. Say hi to the Malaysian crew.
Hey, Malay.
This dude is epic, man. This dude is epic.
They have a great page on Facebook actually. It's just MY space Toy space Horde.
Yeah.
It's all like Malaysian artists and stuff like that. Big crew and community they've got there. Very cool. You should follow the page. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Where is it? Did you say Instagram?
No, it's a Facebook page. I'm not sure if they have an
Okay,
Instagram.
Facebook.
Do you guys have an Instagram?
Maybe.
See if they're still in chat. I'm not sure actually. I know they've got a Facebook page, but I'll have a look and see if they're on Instagram. Okay, Julian. Next question. Yeah. So that's one.
Okay, Grody, Gilly Made, and another one. Well, I like Quicks.
Yeah.
Quick
I mean, everybody
Oh
likes
yes.
Quicks, but this guy is like proper. He's OG.
Yeah.
Or his stuff is just fun to work around with.
Yeah.
kind of deal.
So in 2016, I think, I went up to Manila for meeting of styles, graffiti comp and stuff, and I'd met Quicks in Singapore once or twice, and yeah, man, yeah, he kind of, when we went there, he kind of like caught up with us, took us to Jollibees and stuff. Just hung out. Generally, he's just such an amazingly lovely guy, and he gave me this is before he was doing like a lot of his toys and stuff, and he gave me a bunch of his resin prototypes and stuff. So he's
Oh,
Holy shit.
dude, that's your retirement fund right there.
yes. So I got a couple of these. Oh hell no, man! I would never sell these. No way. I've got, as I said, like I'm gonna have to stream. Wait, okay, I'm gonna have to stream from inside at some stage because I've got a couple of these. I've got some of the early Tech 3s and stuff as well. But yeah, I gave him a bunch. I gave him a couple of toys, and I think I gave him toys. Yeah, I did. Yeah, we just swapped and stuff, and then we just painted walls and hung out. And he's just such a really amazingly nice guy, and loves his toys. And man, I love what he's done, and I love where he's gone with all of it. It's just fantastic.
Talking about independent artists, I love you guys. I love my Singapore toy artist family. I love my Malaysian toy artist family.
Yeah, the Malaysian and My Toy Horde, yeah, they're definitely on Instagram. It's just MY Toy Horde. Also on YouTube. I didn't know you guys were on YouTube. I'm gonna follow you now.
What did I?
Yeah, some of the Malaysian crews online.
Yeah, I do. Like these places I've been to, like all the adventures I've been through, like with Chipta and my whole company. Like met so many amazing people in the toy industry. It's always fun, and so my top 3 doesn't necessarily like reflect on my feelings. It's like I love you guys, man. You guys got cool shit. Everybody's got cool shit.
Yeah. Well, we love you too, Jules. Jules, because you're a constant advocate for everybody and for all of us, right? Like you're always. So Jules is always on the this is not a toy scene, Instagram and Facebook and posting up our stuff. I'm so shit at social media. Like I don't even know how I have followers on Instagram because I just generally put random crap up. I don't really promote myself. I don't and I forget all the time, man. Like I should be posting up like every day. And I could because I have so much stuff to post up, but I just don't. I'm like, I just don't do it. What about you guys? Like, what's your social media love-hate relationship kind of thing? Like for me, it's a love-hate thing. Like I don't know. Mostly these days it's just stories and stuff, right? Like, and most of it's when I'm sitting there doing stuff like this. And making things like this, which is going to be a present for all of you guys when we're out of lockdown.
I do.
Is it vodka?
This is my potato soju.
Nice.
So that's vodka.
And I'd love to show you because at my feet, and if I can move this camera, this is crazy. So this is a imo shochu that's happening here. And then there's a black rice soju, and then I'm basically literally surrounded by fermenting alcohol. It's everywhere.
Smells good.
But most lately I've just been mostly posting that and not a lot of art and stuff. I mean I'm working on things and I'm doing stuff, but I don't know, man. Like the whole I've never been good at self-promotion, and I don't know. It's a love-hate thing for me. I know it's essential and all that kind of thing. I should be posting every day. I should be speaking my art.
It depends what it's essential for. It depends what you're wanting to do. You know, like if you're wanting
I don't
to,
know.
you know, be a living artist, it's a very different kind of situation.
Yeah.
If you like, yeah, it kind of depends on what you're
making toys, dude.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have any. I've never had any overwhelming like thing to make. Obviously, yeah, I like to sell toys and like because I like not because I like to sell them, but I like them to be in people's hands and for them to be doing something, you know, like and that. But it's not my driving force. Isn't that like I give away just as many toys as I sell, you know, like. So, but social media, yeah, I don't know, man. What about the rest of you?
I don't know. I think I try and just transition between, because I spend a lot of time drawing, and I spend less time making toys, unfortunately. But you know, let's try and fix that over time. And I guess I just if I'm making something, then I'll post something. But I'm always making something, whether I'm making toys or drawing pictures. The only thing is if I'm writing, like if I'm just like writing, like if I'm writing role-playing games or like shorts or whatever, you know, then that's the one thing you can't kind of just go online and be like, hey, I'm going to sit here and stream myself drawing for the next 4 hours or, you know, you can't, cause engaging with people is not something I can really do anyway when I'm writing. Yeah, so there are times when I'll just, no matter how hard I try, I'm going to be like off social media because I got to do other shit. Or, you know, if I'm like IRL before lockdown, you know, I'm running a venue. It's like, fuck, what am I? It's hard to be across social media the whole time, let alone even like making things all the time when you're trying to like run an art space, right?
To real life shit, yeah.
Hello, Ian. Punchy.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to jump off.
Do you want to show us what you've been making, or where you're at?
Yeah, I'll pull them out. Just try and get some.
Yeah, show us
light.
the ink. You can see the spatter.
My hands are covered.
Well, guys,
Oh, nice.
Fletch and whatnot. Social media is a weird beast, to be honest. It's
Nice.
there's like a lot of things you gotta consider if you like really wanna, you know, bring yourself up on social media game. Oh shit, that's beautiful.
That's really cool, man.
This dude's his arms.
Yeah, nice.
It's like this, man. You guys gotta
those
show
double
your
claws
work.
is super
Fucking
nice.
beautiful.
And then there's this guy. I just painted some stripes on the armor. Did his boots.
Nice.
All right, so before you go, can I ask you one last stupid question?
Of course.
Yeah, right. So it looks like you're putting quite a bit of work into the finish of painting the toys. Do you put a maximum amount of time on how long you're going to spend painting those toys?
It's a really interesting and very appropriate question. So I've got a Patreon that I do. So a certain amount of people each month get toys, and I kind of wanted to keep those painted ones contained just to kind of not kill myself in the like time wise. And I was on track for the first 2 months, and then I got to the month where I was actually painting the same character, Tism Stalker. Because he was a new character, I hadn't really fully conceptualized like where the armor starts, where the clothing starts, where there's like gadgets and colors and details. So I spent so much time painting them and then changing my mind and overpainting that I've just completely. It was a really good learning experience of like just put them down or start a different one. And yeah, I just wasted so much time. It's completely disproportionate. But it also depends on the figure. Like a mummy stalker, I can paint really quickly just because I'm really familiar with where I want sort of the details. But because this dude was a new figure, I had a really clear picture of how he looked blank and how he looked in, sort of different colors or even like marbling. But his actual, where every little piece of sort of like metallic or cloth was, I had no idea. But now I've got 3 or 4 different sort of versions that I can kind of go, actually, this one, I know which, they're all like almost a practice. But
so it sounds like you find that you'll do one, and by the time you've done your first and second paint job, you've got the patterns down.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been really good. I'm really excited to do these because I'm planning on not sure if it'll be for the show or if it'll be a separate kind of like store drop. But want to do about 10 Tism stalkers, all sort of different colours, all painted sort of differently, with a similar kind of vibe with all like the black wash and little details. But yeah, I can't put as much time as I did into those ones because I'll be sitting here for the next 6 months just painting 10 figures.
Yep.
Or repainting 10 figures.
That's like me sanding.
No deal. So a follow-up to that, just quickly, and I know you're about to leave, but what do you mean when you say store drop?
I guess just an upload into the store. So just
to your web store.
Yeah, just into the Etsy store.
Yeah, cool, nice.
So that's the only place I've ever kind of sold. I've had very, very little success with any kind of claim drops on Instagram or anything like that. So the store seems to be the better way to go. I would like to get like my own actual sort of store and website and all that sort of shit, but it's on the list. It's on a long list of shit that I'm just probably never going to get around to.
Well, look, I think the main thing is that you've got an outlet at all, and it sounds like Etsy's a good, easy, safe option until you start like turning over enough money to cover like the monthly hire fee to like pay a store. Yeah,
that's it.
But hey, thanks for joining us, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks so much.
It's really great to have you here.
Stay in touch.
It was awesome.
Hopefully we'll see you again in the future.
Yeah,
I hope you can join us more often, man.
Yeah, definitely will. Thanks so much for having me and making me feel really welcome, dudes.
Oh, anytime, man. Anytime.
If I jump off here, is this going to like stuff up the stream or anything?
No,
shut up and leave.
We're all good. See you later, buddy.
And thanks for everyone watching as well.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
See you, man.
And then there were 4.
4 and some toys.
4 and some more.
Some toys. Oh, Andrew will come back at some point. Oh, there he is. Hey! Like a magic.
You guys want to see a failed cast?
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
So here's the torso of the hoodie guy, and then here's the little dangly legs.
Oh, I can't
so
see.
This started setting way quicker than I was hoping it would. And so it's actually, I actually really like it.
Oh, wow.
So it's got these like super thin legs. I'm in love with it. So I'm just trying to work out where I can put it where it'll like set without crushing the legs. So at the moment, I think it's on probably this light is the way to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very happy with that actually.
Yeah, it's very cool. Are you going to put some like supports in the legs just to keep them upright?
I don't think so. I think I'll see how it goes. I don't know. Maybe I'll stick maybe we'll see. That was just like a cast it. Just
put like a barbecue skewer down there and call it a cyber guy.
Yeah. Here's one of the dragons that pulls. It's got lots of bubbles in it. Yeah. Oh yeah, maybe I could do that with the legs. Yeah, here's one of the dragons in the sort of the black and orange. There's lots of bubbles in it. That's fine. Like this one's not going to be for anything in particular. And then here's one of the little dogs in the black and the orange. They're all right. I'm not crazy about them, but I think the white and the orange looks a bit better. But we'll see.
Back in a minute.
Yeah, cool. Oh, it's very cool.
Let's let me
That doesn't look like a fail. Yeah, have we had any answers? I don't think we've seen any answers yet. I don't think anyone wants this giveaway. Nobody wants the giveaway.
Oh man, I kind of want it.
I mean, Jesus, who doesn't want free toys? All you have to do, guys, if you're in chat right there, all you have to do is write in the chat why you like toys so much. Why you like, that's all you got to do, and you will win this amazing toy that looking Yes No Maybe is making live on our show. The I can't believe it's not a solo.
Yeah, it's just
It's like tell us about it again. Show it off.
here we go. Where is he? Candy
Corn Solo.
Candy corn solo.
Yeah, it's Candy Corn Solo. Yeah, it's going mega sweet smiles. It's going for free. This is your chance. All you got to do is write in why you like toys so much in the chat right now, and you will win this toy. This very toy. Yeah. Okay, so we've got mega sweet toilets. I like toys because they're cool. All right,
Yep.
so that's one first official answer. We're gonna finish in.
I mean, I think that can
16
maybe be
minutes.
beaten.
Because I make them too, and I would love to collect them all. I mean, they who die with the most toys wins, right? Right? Yeah, there's a.
How do you collect every... Imagine, like, I wonder what the biggest toy collection in the world... My Toy Hoard says, I like toys because it gave me a chance to meet so many amazing artists and collectors around the world.
Oh, that's
And,
a good answer.
I've got another one saying, so Mash on Pizza says, because I'm a child at heart.
Mash, welcome.
I think Mash has
And
been
I think that
working
this
for a while.
this is the same answer before, because I make them too and would like to collect them all. That's a really good one.
They're all
All
good
right,
answers.
well, we'll
I have
decide at
that
the end of the
Mega Sweet
stream. We've got
Styles has come
another...
back with a I like toys because Crowbrain go ooh shiny.
Well, here's the thing. Let's do one more set of casts, and then I'll have 3 solos to give away.
Oh my god, you're insane. You're insane.
3 little bootleg solo boys.
All right, so that does mean, guys, so we're going to keep this open for... Let's give us another, 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. You want to play top and tail on each other. And then, because Andrew was doing the giveaway, Andrew is going to decide who they're going to give the toys to.
No, I'm happy for everyone else to decide.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, we're going to...
I'm pretty well, for the night, pretty well done, because at the moment I'm just waiting for my my Robo Ayam Kampung to kind of... It's my this is my Robo Ayam Kampung.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for this to dry. I can't sand it until it kind of sets, and I've sanded this dragon off, so...
Did you buy the drink first?
Sorry?
Did you buy
the
the
drink
first?
You got to buy the drink to get the
Please sand it off. There's something in there. There's a joke.
All right, so test number 2. Everybody who has given us an answer, which is, I believe, 4 or 5 of you at the moment, but there are only 3 to give away, okay? So the next test, as always, if you really, really want that prize, is you are going to have to DM, direct message, yes, no, maybe, beats through their Twitch account, and you're going to have to say, this is who I am, and I said this on chat. So let me give you an example. If I was Mash on Pizza and I wanted that toy, I would directly DM yes, no, maybe beats through their Twitch channel and say, I said, because I'm a child at heart, here's my address, send me your toy, you son of a bitch. Like you said, I want my candy corn solo.
You bastard.
You bastard. You dirty son of a bitch. And I believe, so just want to go through, we have answers from, because they are a gateway to some amazingly creative worlds. Yeah, so we have Shattered Creations, we have Mega Sweet Smiles, we have Mash on Pizza, we have RGB Daryl, and Punch Monster. No, Punch Monster didn't give us an answer. So it's really just 4 of you. And My Toy Hoard. Okay, yes. So My Toy Hoard, it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge for you, but I'm sure you can find on Twitch, go into Twitch, find Yes, No, Maybe Toys, and you need to write in say send a DM, and then they will send you. They will let you know whether or not you are a winner and send you out the toys. But I tell you what, let's all choose. So we got 3 people left, which means I'm going to choose a winner. AJ Dinsdale is going to choose a winner. Or sorry, KO Toys is going to choose a winner, and Irakanji Toys is going to choose a winner. So I am going to leave it to Irakanji Toys. Are you here? I can't see you. Who's your choice for the winner? My Toy Horde, you are a winner. A winner is you. Now, all you must do is direct message. Yes, no, maybe beats on Twitch.
Winner number 1.
And
2 to go.
Okay, winner number 2. All right, so Julian, who is your winner from the Twitch chat? Who have you chosen as our special guest?
Sorry, I'll just say that one more time, like really quickly, because I was on a different microphone. My Toy Horde is because I also love meeting so many different people, and that's why I choose you to win.
Yay.
Sorry, different microphone. I went for a second.
Well, you are winner number 1. There are 2 more winners. Julian is just agonizing. Julian, are you going to go with Super Mega Sweet Smiles or
we have a late entry.
National Pizza? Punch Master won't enter because shipping would be prohibitive, and I refuse to be the boss.
We have a late entry. Shirley Eraser says, because they represent something that means a lot to you, and pop culture is proper culture, yo.
Awesome. Julian, do you have a favorite yet?
Well, My Toy Horde pretty much answered like the best one.
No, you were choosing. My Toy Horde's already been chosen. You need to choose something else. So you have 3 winners.
I gotta check the Twitch.
Twitch ones.
Actually...
All right. Okay, we have because I'm a child at heart. We have because we have I like toys because they are cool. We have because I make them too, and I would love to collect them all. We have I like toys because Crowbang go ooh shiny, and then we have because they are a gateway to some amazingly creative worlds, and then we have I think that's there it is. Okay, so and then we have one enter. All right, cool. Any of those you like, Julian?
Child at Heart.
Child at Heart. So that is Child at Heart. We are talking about those are rad cranberries. Sorry, scrolling through chat, which I should have read. That is Mash on Pizza. Mash on Pizza. Congratulations, you have been chosen by You Need to direct message. Yes, no, maybe beats, and they will send you out a candy corn solo. And then finally, have you, KO Toys, have you been following the chat?
Ish. I'm going to go with the gateway drug.
Toys are a gateway drug.
Toys are a gateway drug.
A gateway
Amazing
drug or a
creative
gateway to
world.
some amazingly
Who was that?
creative worlds. That is Shed Quarter Creations. Congratulations, Shed Quarter Creations. You are a wiener. A wiener is you. You have won. Again, your challenge is for your 3 winners that we have. Once again, that is Shed Quarter Creations, Mash on Pizza, and sorry, I've forgotten the what was your one again? Irikanji?
My Toy Horde.
My Toy Horde. My Toy. How could I forget?
Please
My Toy
message
Horde.
me.
You 3 are winners. Send direct messages to Yes, No, Maybe Beats. Subscribe to them while you're there if you haven't already, and they will send you out. Give them your address, and they will send you out this candy corn solo. If you missed out,
yeah, man,
we're doing giveaways. Giving aways every week, sometimes every other week, depending on how convoluted we want to be. But we're all very generous. We love sharing our toys. We love that you're here, communicating, interacting with us. We love your enthusiasm, your creativity. We want to hear what you're making. We want to be involved with you, and we want to give you what we're making as presents. So please come back next week and the week after and join us again, and you will likely win in the future if you are just as silly as we are. Just as silly as we are. We're starting to get to the end. I think we got like 9 minutes and counting. Are you drunk yet, Irakanji Toys?
I mean, like, I don't get drunk. I just have a few drinks. Like the first one that we did, I was drunk as fuck at the end of that. I think we were just like really nervous doing the first stream. It's like, yeah, but now like, yeah, I've been drinking these like shochu highballs, man. Like, they're only like 90 calories, so you know, I'm all about being healthy these days, guys. So you know,
I can see by it's all coming up your face.
Not drunk, but yeah, no, I'm pretty happy. It's Monday night. I'm making toys. I'm chatting to my friends and making toys. I'm just at that point where I can't do anything at the moment because I'm waiting for shit to dry.
Well,
I always have 2 or 3 things, but both my 2 things are. This is finished. I finished this. This is done. I'm going to cast this. Which means that I need to actually buy some resin and I need to buy some silicon because I don't really have any left after I made my cats. So, yeah.
Well,
but, I think that's what I'll be. I think next week what I'll do actually is I'm going to build a mold for this. So that'll be next week's thing. I'm going to make a 3-piece mold out of my Kampong. Yeah, so I might do. I've got a little bit. It depends on when my silicon arrives. Hopefully, if I can order on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm just worried that it won't arrive before then.
You know, I reckon you just do it as a 1-piece slice mold.
You can't because it's got the legs.
I know, but
so the legs will get locked.
I did the Lord of Barkness or the Prince of Barkness. I made, and it's 4 legs on a base, and I made that as a 1-piece slice mold.
I'm paranoid about 1-piece slice molds, and to be really honest with you, there's parts on this that I need to gate, right? So this needs to be gated. There needs to be a gate between here and here. So like, the reason I love multi-piece molds is because
rods.
I'm a gate lover. I love the process of like building them, and I know I could probably do 1-piece molds and like do cut molds and stuff, but I don't know, man. Like I get stuck in the whole like molding detail and like the technicalities of making a 3-piece mold. I don't know. I love the process of it. So as much as I'll bitch about it, like, oh man, it's taking so long, I love doing it. I love it. Like.
Well, next time I hear you talking about it, I want to hear you being excited about it, being like, man, I just spent 3 months making this 3-piece mold. It was a 27-piece puzzle. Then I recombined it all. Like, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear how excited
I'm so excited about this piece because this piece is something that I made like just before we went into lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I built this out of like, you know, bits and pieces at our last toy jam, like, and it was just this. It was really shitty. It was just this like frame with the legs, and over the last 3 sessions, I built it out. And then last week, I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, this is kind of like an ayam kampung. And then I added like the little bib thing here to make it look like a chicken, and I have a color scheme. It's going to be like black with like all this red on it, and like, because you know a lot of like ayam kampung, they're just like these black and red. So we talked about ayam kampung in the last thing. They're like these roadrunners, but they're like a crossbreed between like domestic chickens and like the red chickens, like the native chickens in Indonesia.
You know, I think we've got a real authority on ayam kampungs here. So please, Julian.
Oh yeah, Jules, please.
Julian, tell us your thoughts of describe the nature and qualities of the ayam kampung.
Fucking delicious. They look small. They can be like really, really mean. They're definitely delicious. And they give like the best taste you can't get here.
Oh, sorry, all I can hear is...
Cut out a little bit, man.
No. Talk up.
Can you hear? Hello?
Yeah, that's better. Talk up, loud and proud.
Well, ayam kampung is definitely fucking delicious, and they can be mean as hell. They're a bit small and all that, but they're mean. So they give the best
they compete with the local cats for resources?
They'll beat the shit out of cats, dude.
Yeah.
Like, cats are scared of ayam kampung. These are like the So Daryl Chong says Ayam Kampong are just chickens on a diet. But no, dude, these like the Ayam Kampong roosters, they're savage, man. Like they're like cats are scared of these things.
They're a bit smaller than.
We are talking about those chickens with the
they're
long
fucking
legs.
meat.
Yeah.
There's no fucking meat on them. They're tasty.
Oh, they're
Oh, the
delicious.
roosters,
be
they
my mic,
they
I'm
fight
sorry.
with them, right?
Oh yeah, they do. They do the cockfighting with the roosters, which is terrible and horrible.
Oh, yeah.
But they are terrifying as well.
Anyways, I'm really excited. I'm just excited about this piece, man. Like because like I built this with you, like when I was with some of you guys, and yeah, it turned into something on the stream. Like literally, I reshaped it into something. So now it has a story. We were talking about stories last week. We were talking about like how do we have stories? Do we plan and all that kind of stuff? And I'm like, well, I just kind of make this stuff up as I go along, and eventually the story will come to me. And now I know what this is. Like in my whole world of Irukandji, all my creatures are like morphed by this like singularity event, right? There's this whole story, and this is another one of them. So I'm pretty happy at the moment.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
been a good night.
Good. Where are you at, KO? How are you seeing us all out for the evening?
Well, I think these guys are pretty much done. So I was working on the header card just now, which I had to turn off because whatever. But I'll probably get that. I'll probably just get that printed up this week, and then they'll probably be bagged by next week. So then I'll have to figure out what I'm actually going to do next week.
Exciting.
Maybe sculpt something new from scratch.
Wow. I mean, I'm excited to get to that point. Yes, no, maybe. How are your endeavors? We've seen a bunch of your stuff coming out tonight. How are you leaving us?
Endeavoring. I'm mid-pour. Making a real mess. Which is
They're looking dope, man.
the way I like it. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm getting, everything's gelling up at the moment. Because, I'm always frantically just like schlopping everything everywhere. I'm just going, I hope this works. So we'll see. And stuff started to gel already, so I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I think we did all right tonight.
Had some good chats.
There was some good chats.
Yeah.
Look, I also I've been doing bits and pieces. I guess I've been just cleaning up. I finished cleaning up these little tieflings I showed you earlier, the lollipop tieflings. I don't know if you came in late, Mega Sweet Smiles, but if you want to see some of the colors that we've been doing, I'm not sure if they're focusing, but you saw these being made and sort of worked on the other day. And
So cute.
lollipops and all. And now I've got 10 masters
So
ready
cute,
to make
man.
molds, so I can put 10 out. I cleaned up the first 10 of these ones that I cast at the same time, come out of the mold. I did them in the same colors as the other ones, so now they're ready to go. And much like KO, I think these ones are going to be rough shots, and I'm just going to bag them, make some headers for them, and sell them to people who want them. I might save the actual sales for the show, but I'm going to be moving on to the next piece for that set, which is to make a larger sort of tree monster kind of creature. Or I could just make a bigger sister and make another big sort of like forest nymph. I don't know. Yeah, 10 at a time. That's right. I will make a separate mold so I can cast 10 at a time because I want to sell them. I want to be able to I want to make a lot of them so that people can get them because people like these charms. And some of them I might put on like key rings, like I have here. This is an owlbear, an old school owlbear key ring, or on earrings. But typically they're supposed to just go in the dice bag. Go in your dice bag. Bless your dice. And I did a little bit of work on mastering one of the old Rascal Heroes sculpts.
Plastic.
Yeah, which I had to stop. because
cool.
the toothbrush was making too much noise for the stream. The technique was too powerful.
When I went back and listened to
It
mine
was
last
over
week,
9,000.
the toothbrush was so loud, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Fight!
I had Max telling me
Don't
after
teeth with them.
mid pour that I'm.
I'm
And then
glad
I
you're
talked about
enjoying the
doing some
toothbrush.
roller
Man.
molding, which is exciting. I'm very
Yeah,
excited to make some big things. Big
Nice.
things are happening. But yeah, if you're interested, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the larger creature. I was gonna do maybe just some like large wood creature, but then I'm like, maybe I should just make something sexy. I don't know.
Oh, you could sculpt Julian.
I can sculpt Julian. 9 out of 10.
He's a sexy
Incest,
man.
Love the noise. Yeah.
Wait, I thought
The
Buzzer Boy
vibrations.
was Julian.
What?
Was that a conversation killer?
9 out of 10 dentist. love that noise.
Sometimes things sell well. Sometimes they don't sell at all. I know I've got some people who buy stuff, but we'll see how we go. I'm gonna do what our guest was. What was the guest toy company? Sam's Toys. Tiddy Bean. Tiddy Bean.
Tiddy Bean.
He's started his Etsy page. I think I'm gonna set up a Shopify page because why not? And then
So we're being interrupted by the Mad Gorilla guys. Apologies. Just keep going. He'll leave eventually, but he's here to
the Mad Gorilla. He's so angry.
cause a goddamn.
Why is he so angry?
Well, gorillas be mad.
Mad gorillas.
Yeah.
Shucks. And now I'm trimming off some of the flesh from my thumb from where I cut myself with the bread knife yesterday.
I've got a scar from our Sydney show actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to show up on. Don't think it's going to show up on camera.
Oh my God, but 3 minutes
You might
left.
need to move your camera.
Huh?
You might need to pick your camera up and you can do this.
I don't know. If
Hey,
it's here.
oh yeah.
It's right here. It's very hard to.
I
you're not
think
gonna
I
be able to
remember
see
you
it.
bleeding for some reason.
Yeah, I had a big cut. Like I had something, and I was trying to cut something off, and I went, "Soop," and I went like straight in here, and it was deep. It was really deep cut, and I was like, I spent a good like hour just walking around like, oh, kind of, doing a little bit of bleeding, and yeah, and so now I've got this little scar, which is a nice little thing to remember our Sydney show from.
Yay!
So, yeah.
Souvenir.
Of sorts.
That's
Do you want
awesome,
another
dude.
souvenir? And KO Toys, did I ask you what are you leaving us with?
You did ask me.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
then
But
gonna
we didn't
Bag these guys up
ask
during the
Jules
week, I think.
as our guest interloper. Hey Jules, so anything you want to leave us with in general, and anything you want to say to any of us or anybody else out there? You sexy man.
You guys.
I had a comment from my toy hoard, and it's a yes for Julian as a toy. So I think we need. I think maybe I have like.
all right.
I
So,
have like
Julian.
I have like this thing, and I've been sitting there going, I should make something out of this, and maybe I need to make a Julian toy.
This is the next. This is not a
Maybe
toy
I think
scene
this is
challenge.
next. I think
Everybody
maybe
makes a
next
Julian.
week. I think yeah. Oh, this could be a challenge. We should all make like what is the toy? Make a toy that represents Julian. Doesn't have to be Julian, but what is a toy that represents Julian? Anyways, do you want to leave us with anything? Any thoughts, Jules?
Well, in general, Julian's a mix between Chewbacca and something grotesque and cute, I guess. But well, you guys gotta keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are doing really good, and I'm looking forward for what's gonna happen. There's got like so many cool toys. My God, AJ, that's fucking cool. Holy shit.
This is my sculpt of you, Julian.
It's got the glasses.
Looking to be
Has it
mean,
got glasses?
man. God
Looks
damn.
like it's got glasses. It's pretty close, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right. I think I had something similar. I don't smoke, but close enough.
And this is my sculpt of me.
Best friends forever.
Awesome. Best friends forever.
All right, guys. I think that's
right.
it. Final
I think
words.
that's it.
Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not going to
Thank
be
you.
doing my own stream after this. I'm sorry,
Right.
everyone.
Let's,
I'm actually pretty tired tonight.
I'm gonna
so
go
I'm
and
I'm gonna
been-
probably watch some trash and go to sleep and dream about sculpting sexy Julians.
I've got it.
you might have noticed that I've been hopping out every half an hour. I'm actually steaming some sorghum because I'm actually making some baiju. So-
Oh, nice. Well, I'm looking forward to being
So I'm
able
gonna go and
to
finish
Melbourne
that.
and drink all that potato soju that you've been
Oh, I'm
making.
gonna get so fucked up.
It looks like it'll probably only be another couple of months. I think by the time Christmas
God,
comes
I hope so.
around, we will
Fingers
all be
crossed.
out.
Well, apparently we might be
Oh,
able to
Yes,
travel
I am
overseas
gonna-
in December.
I'm gonna
So
raid Beck.
yeah.
All
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. And
Bye-bye.
guys, as always,
See you guys
awesome,
again.
Thanks, Mega Speed
awesome
Smiles.
playing with toys with you
I will
guys.
likely be back online on my own stream, doing a whole bunch of character sketches this week. If you want to watch Cephalopee draw probably 10 or 20 different goblin characters, come join me on Cephalopee during the week. Probably tomorrow, probably the next day. I have to get them all done before Thursday, so come see what I'm doing. Lots of probably some D&D maps, and I'll probably take a break and draw up the design for this rotocasting toy that I was talking about, because I have ideas inspired by you. And we will see you all next Monday, same bat time, same bat place, give or take 15 or 5 minutes for us to fuck around with AV.
15 minutes. Give us 15 minutes to fuck around with AV.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do my
Love you all, toy fiends.
goodbye song.
Take it
All
easy,
right.
guys.
I want to
Good
hear
night,
the
guys.
Good night, everybody.
So,
See
bye,
you.
everyone.
Somewhere beyond the sea, my lover stands on golden sands.
That was fun,
and
guys.
watches the ship. Are we off? Are we off?
Yeah, I stopped my stream halfway through, so I
Ian,
probably
is it
should have let it go.
BECCNESS?
That was fucking fun,
No.
dudes.
Good times, good times.
All right, catch you
Love you guys. I'll see you guys next Monday, okay?
Yeah, see you next Monday. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
See you guys.